03 or visit riceandroofing.com.
Just to be on the safe side.
Why do billion-dollar insurance companies regularly delay and deny valid claims? Because that's how they got to be billion-dollar insurance companies. If you've been injured, I'd like to help.
Spencer Callahan is the one to see. Call 387-2323.
LA filing number 16-7969.
WNXX Jackson, KNXX Donaldsonville, and WDGL HD2 Baton Rouge. This hour brought to you by Spencer Callahan Injury Lawyers. LA 21-12681. Offices in Baton Rouge.
Good morning. It's 7 a.m. here on Thursday, July 17th. Today in Baton Rouge, the rain has already started, and that will continue throughout the day, and you can expect a high of around 88 in hour one of today's show. Jake and Matt get set to wrap things up out there in Atlanta for the final day of the 2025 SEC Media Days. You can follow us on Twitter or Instagram at OTB_ESPN, and watch us on YouTube at the 104.5 ESPN channel. Hour number one of Off the Bench, live from Atlanta, Georgia, for the 2025 SEC Media Days starts now.
All-Star Toyota presents Off the Bench with Jacob Hester and Matt Flynn.
Let's go, baby, let's go.
From a championship backfield to your morning drive.
Hands to Hester, and Hester...
Yep, got it. 5 out of 5.
You're locked in to Off the Bench.
Flynn is back to throw for the end zone. Ball!
Live from the Mercedes-Benz of Baton Rouge studio, here's Jacob Hester and Matt Flynn.
Yo, and welcome in to OTB 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge. It is day number 4 of SEC Media Days here in the College Football Hall of Fame. We're here. We made it. We have 4 more teams.
Not day 40?
Exactly. We got 4 more teams coming in here. They got uniforms and everything, but we are at the finish line. But yesterday was a day that we all needed. We needed some juice. And I'm not talking about just here, us 3 at this table. I'm talking about everybody in this building. Day 2 didn't bring it.
Day 2 did not bring it, and it was weird. It was just there was not that many people besides media members walking around.
Yeah.
Yesterday, the teams, the players, the coaches, a little bit more outgoing, a little bit more forthcoming, willing to sit down with you. Day 2 is just like they all walked around kind of like with a shield up. Like, don't talk to me.
And it was
like
Georgia, Tennessee, and Texas, and even Auburn. I'm like, oh, maybe that's it. Maybe they
all thought they were the pretty girl at the bar.
Yeah.
Like, don't come up. Don't talk to me.
Yeah. They wanted you to, like, really, like, sprint after them. It's like, I'm not cool. I'm not about to just sprint and tell you to sit down.
Yep.
If you want to sit, it's cool.
I'm not going to cold Kubelik this thing.
Yesterday, though, I mean, so outside of Alabama, and I didn't have Alabama on off campus either, so I'm not sure. Maybe they're great, maybe they weren't. I don't know. Florida, Mississippi State, and Oklahoma were great.
They crushed it.
The Mississippi State kids started the show with us. We had Levy. It was awesome. The Florida, and it pains me. The Florida contingency.
Don't do it.
All 3 kids did a great job, and they were all very respectful. DJ Lagway, I'm introducing myself to him. He goes, yeah, fullback, LSU.
Oh, boy.
I was like, oh my God. He even said fullback.
No. I really wanted them to be a bunch of pricks.
All of them. Really bad.
God.
Really bad. The rest of the team is, though, for sure.
Oh,
for
everybody else. They picked
it's just
those
3.
The 3 good dudes.
Yeah.
That is not a fair representation of their football team. They all stink.
Yep. Exactly.
Yeah,
and
but
I
I'll
agree
tell you what,
wholeheartedly.
DJ Lagway, pretty impressive. Pretty impressive looking. Pretty impressive little build.
I told y'all this last night. He walks in, and he says, like, Dusty's kind of sizing him up a little. Dusty Dvorak, he's sizing him up a little bit.
Who's a pretty big guy.
And Dusty's a big guy. Dusty's 6'3". And Dusty's like, man, like, hey, how tall are you right now? He goes, I'm 6'3". Dusty's like, buddy, I'm 6'3", and I'm on my tiptoes looking up to you. I've never heard somebody that is, like, legit maybe 6'5", give out 6'3".
Yeah.
It was weird.
I walked by him.
Typically, like, somebody like you who gives, like, the quarter inch.
Yeah, you got to give. You take everything you can.
Yeah.
When it comes to height, when you're an athlete at a high level, you take everything you can. Maybe you go down on your weight a little bit, depending on what position you're playing. But from a height standpoint,
I'll go up if you're
I would have
playing
said
fullback at 225.
I would have said he's every bit of 6'5" when I walked by him in the hallway. Now, maybe he had some platform shoes on. I don't know. But he walked by, and I walked by him, and I was like, yep, that can't be him, right? That's a defensive end. No, that was DJ.
Yeah. So, some of the stuff, starts to make sense when you see some of these guys in person. And he's been injured, and he didn't get a chance to go through spring, so we'll see how he starts
now,
the season.
Talk to us about, since we're talking about Florida.
What a media guy. He's starting to get to – tell me about –
Yeah, tell me about –
Talk to me about
– how are you feeling? No, tell me about this grip strength from the Florida kid.
Oh, my God.
Okay?
Oh, my God.
This is probably one of the more impressive things that I've ever –
Yeah.
This is the most impressive thing to me of media days, certainly.
Yeah, so I knew he had a chance. And so we have this grip strength. If you haven't been listening, we have this grip strength thing in our SiriusXM room, and it's like a full-on machine. And Olivia said that I get to keep it because she said nobody else would appreciate it like I would. So I'm going to bring this back to studio in Baton Rouge, and we'll make a deal out of it. But so, you grab it, you pull it. It's like I don't even know, it's
a digital thing. So it's telling you the pounds, PSI or pounds per square inch, whatever it is.
So, there's been some funny ones. Like my guy Darinoka, he got an 80. Okay.
All right, 80 pounds. Is that respectable?
It's okay. Chris Doring started off in the 120s.
Yep.
Clark Lee got a 147. I ended up getting a 164.
No big deal.
Dvorak.
But you had to work for that.
I figured it out. I figured out the standing up and you kind of have a hunch over. That's what everybody started to do.
Clark Lee did that automatically. He's done it before.
He did.
So you said he got in a 2-point stance.
He got almost like he was about to
do a row.
Pull a string on a mower.
Yeah. Okay.
To get real a weed eater. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So he did that. I didn't think he's smarter than me. So he gets that, and Dusty gets he got 169, got 164. So that was some good ones. Yeah. We had somebody got a 170. I think it was somebody from Georgia. Anyways, well, this kid Caleb Banks comes in from Florida. I mean, he's got a duck to come into the room. He shakes my hand. He hits the bottom of my elbow with his hand when he shakes it, and I'm like, who is this mutant?
Yeah.
Nicest kid. Yes, sir. So humble to be here. I was like, hey, it's a really big deal to be here. Congratulations. He's like, you're going to make me cry. And I'm like, it's a big teddy bear right there. It's
a big teddy bear.
And so he's like, hey, let me grab that thing. Let me grab it, right? This man squeezes it so hard you can hear the plastic almost about to explode,
it's
right?
Plastic's giving up.
He goes 194, I think, what it was. And so our producer looked it up. He's like, I got to know how strong that is. And he's like, well, it says here that that's strong enough to crush a human skull.
Okay.
With his hands.
All right. So what is 185 or 190 pounds per square inch, whatever that measurement is? That's
what it is. And he got a little bit over that. Yeah.
Okay.
And then he starts hyping up his center, Jake Slaughter. He's like, man, that's the record? For real? Dude, it's not even close. He's like, oh, well, Jake Slaughter's going to come in here and he's going to set that record. I work out with that guy. Yeah. That's their center. And he plays nose tackle. And Jake comes in there. Before he's even supposed to be in there with us, it became a thing. People started trying to come in.
Yep.
And he's like, let me see that thing. Let me see that thing. And he got in position. He grabbed it, and he pulled it. 160.
Whoopsies.
Hey, bud, I got 164 in my left hand.
Not a big deal.
So he hyped his guy up, and his guy didn't.
So were you stronger with your left?
Left, yeah.
All right, so which one? All right, so which kid? It was Caleb?
Yeah, Caleb Banks.
And then you said you saw him later that day, and he was like, hey, dude, is my record still standing?
Oh,
you're like, yeah, bud. That thing's gonna stand.
And he dapped me up and stuff. He was so proud. We put it out there on social media, and it's getting a lot of love. And he was so happy that I was like, dude, nobody is going to even get within 10 of what you did there. So I'm curious when I bring it in studio what you're gonna get.
So,
and I also told you that Doring was so worried because I told him Lane Kiffin was coming in late. I was like, Lane's gonna do it. So I pulled it for Lane and then gave it to him, and he took a picture and pointed to the score that I got. But we sent it to Doring like Lane got it.
Yeah, of course.
And so Lane walks down and sees him, and Kiffin goes, hey, I went up there and I beat your record in the grip string. He goes, what'd you get? He goes, I don't know, but it was better than yours.
It doesn't matter. Better than yours.
He totally forgot.
Hey, but Doring doesn't seem like the kind of guy that would bother him or let it eat at him. for days, for multiple days.
Not at all. He hasn't. He hasn't, like, when we've been on air, taken his headset off, left me by myself.
Yep.
He's over in the corner, turning red, about to pop every blood vessel in his head.
Yeah, I actually saw him in the workout room, just like with little dumbbells, just doing forearm curls, reverse curls, wrist curl. Like, it's all the grip strength stuff.
Yeah, and he's just glad he beat Dari Noka finally, because every year we have a competition, and Dari beat him in hitting a 95-mile-per-hour fastball.
Okay.
Have you heard that story?
Nope.
So Doring's like, they're talking on air one day, and Dari's like, baseball, like, I got you, CD. And CD's like, Dari Noka's like, I was all state in Florida shortstop. Keeps saying it over and over again. So they hyped this thing up, and like, I'm going to be honest, if I had to guess, I'd be like, Doring's going to beat Dari Noka. No disrespect to Dari, but I mean, Doring looks like a specimen, like great shape, right?
Yeah.
And so is in Nashville
just all
2 years ago.
Pretend muscles.
2 years ago, we're in Nashville, and we get the minor league team to agree to allow SiriusXM, and T-Bob actually was there. He came with us as well, and let us hit. And now the competition was between Dari and Doring, but we all wanted, let's go hit. So we go out there, and everybody's going to kind of get started, whatever. And so Neuheisel gets out there. Neuheisel gets a hit. Aaron Murray gets up there, gets a hit. I get up there, I get a hit. T-Bob gets up there, T-Bob gets a hit.
Oh, boy.
Chris Childers, the show pony, he gets up there, he gets a hit. All right, so everybody's at least in 10 pitches gotten a hit, made contact with 95. Well, Dari gets up there, and Dari beat all of us. Dari gets up there, out of 10 pitches, he hit 4 of them. Like, now they weren't like super, but he hit 4, like, hit them. And so, like, we're all like, oh, man, how's this going to go? Doring gets up there. There was one person in the entire group, including Coach Neuheisel, who's a little bit older. Mm-hmm. He didn't touch a ball. In 30 pitches, probably 30 pitches, he didn't touch a ball.
I would like to say I'm shocked at it, but I've known Doring now for, let's say, 3.5 days. I can see that if he misses the first, like, 3, I can see there's no way mentally he's crawling out of that hole.
Yep.
And so it's probably just one of those things, a little momentum. But you know what's surprising? Like, every time you go, when I was in that, playing in the NFL, college, whatever it is, like, you're with the best athletes in the whole world. Like, these guys are fast. They're agile. They play football at the highest level in the world. Put them on a slow-pitch softball team. Yeah. Put them at a charity softball game. Watch these DBs, whoever it is, these guys that are fast. Yeah. Ran a 4.28 at the combine, greatest athlete, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Put him at right field and hit a pop-up.
Hit a pop-up.
One slow,
pop-up.
average pop-up and shallow right field. They will sit here with their hand up like this, like in the Sandlot when they just put their hand up, like straight-armed with it, or they'll try to run and, like, basket catch it. But they'll sit here with the glove up, and it's coming down, and then they're tracking, boom, it lands 8 feet to their right. I'm like, what?
How many times?
What? How are y'all a person?
How many times on the Effin' Badgers? That was our intramural team.
Yep, Effin' Badgers.
How many times did we have guys that wanted to come on our softball team in college, and it's like, all right, well, let's see what you got. And how many, like, would miss fly balls? How many would strike out?
Unbelievable.
Justin Vincent. How many would really struggle there?
And statute of limitations up. I think we can publicly announce that.
It is.
Not many people. There's 2 people that struck out in slow pitch softball. Like, with 3 strikes and you're out. It's not like one of those situations where you start with a strike and, like, you fouled one off and then, maybe you swung one on accident, like, 3 feet over your head and you miss it.
Yeah. 3
strikes. We love him. But he did. Peter Dykowski struck out once.
He did.
He also ticked a couple of balls.
He did.
Tipped them.
He did.
And then JV struck out as well.
When Peter and JV played baseball at Bar.
A pretty good little program over there, too. He's just used to the heaters.
I'm sure. Yeah. Okay. Dykowski, you remember when Peter, like, tipped one and, like, I flicked it.
Oh. He would run like this, perfect form, like the guy from Happy Gilmore.
They don't have slow pitch softball in Canada, I guess.
I believe that jacket belongs to Mr. Gilmore. He would run so hard, and he couldn't move left or right because he was so stiff. And the first baseman would just jump off the base because the freight train was coming through.
Absolutely.
Good stuff. Anyway.
Yeah, all right, yeah.
Doran. It started out making fun of Doran.
It did. And Dari also got him the next year. We had a hula hoop competition, and Dari also won the hula hoop competition. So it was a big win for Doran, at least to get him in the grip strength.
Hey, in the chat, Quinn. Hey, beat it, pal. Said I'd probably only do like a 75. Whatever. I'm at least getting
one of our guys, Daniel Basham, who I love dearly, is just really hating lately. He's just haterade.
Yeah, whatever, Daniel.
Yeah, it's okay. Sorry, we'll get you.
So this, you know what else goes downhill? People on skis. That's awesome. So this show is getting better, I think.
All right, we will take our first break of the show. More OTB when we come back here, 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge.
Off the bench.
All right, go to trashrangers.com. Trashrangers.com is the website, and you go there and you can set up residential, commercial trash pickup. Remember, 3 different sizes of roll-off dumpsters to choose from. You give them a call, 225-612-2477. Tell them what your project is, and they'll make sure you have the right size dumpster on your project. It is trashrangers.com, trashrangers.com.
Yeah, go check them out. Residential, business, industrial, whatever it is. Get home pickup of your trash set up with a local company that cares, someone you can call and get customer service, and they give you text reminders the night and the day before they pick up your trash. So never forget your trash. Again, stay out of the dugout. And if you got a business, set up that roll-off dumpster to help yourself out. Residential, business, industrial, trashrangers.com.
Easy purchase with clear pricing and great service. Let Bayou Ford and Bayou Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram be your trusted partners in finding your perfect vehicle. The crew at Bayou Automotive is going to do right by you.
Parish Construction and Roofing.
This is Coach Kim Mulkey. Go to parishbuilt.com for all of your roofing needs.
From your hometown, parishbuilt.com.
Businesses like yours are the soul of our community. You deserve someone who'll deliver the internet services you deserve. That's why local businesses rely on Rev Business, 90 years of building connections. Visit us at letsrev.biz.
Gulf Coast Office Products is a nationally recognized Savin office equipment dealer based right here in Louisiana. Over 100 employees strong, Gulf Coast has the boots on the ground to support all vertical markets from education, engineering, legal, and finance. With the latest in office technology, from desktop to production segment units, Gulf Coast and Savin have the perfect fit for you. Call 225-756-2644. That's 756-2644 for Gulf Coast Office Products.
There it is, the extra mile, on the border of expected and extraordinary for those willing to go further, like vans customized for work or play, with safety and tech to keep you connected, supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team, and backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded, because so few have what it takes to go there. Mercedes-Benz Vans.
BRAC teamed up to reimagine your parks, and you imagined big. With your help, we went to work, creating 12 beautiful community parks across the parish. A family-sized water park, miles and miles of trails, and parks just for your dogs. There are more places to splash, to explore, to run wild, and even soar. You imagined, we delivered. Gold. BRAC, your #1 park system in the nation.
Gulf Coast Bank and Trust is giving our customers the power to bank anywhere, anytime during this challenging event. And we're right there with you. Our mobile bank.
Love you.
She just moved right up the block for me, and she got the hots for me, the finest thing my hood has seen. But oh no, no, she got a man and a son though. Oh, but that's okay, cause I wait for my cue and just listen, play my position like a show star. Pick up everything, mommy hitting, and in no time, I better make this way.
Live from the 2025 SEC Football Media Days, powered by Parish Construction and Roofing. Enter now for your chance to win $10,000 cash at parishbuilt.com. Our coverage is also presented by Rev and Relief Windows.
All right, welcome back in. OTB 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge. We are day number 4. Yeah, that goes over years. That microphone goes right there. Good job.
Yeah, well, it's Thursday, bud.
Arkansas, Kentucky, Missouri, and Texas A&M going to be here today. I wonder how they come up with the 4 teams and the 4 teams that are going to be here. You know, day number 1, it's LSU, Ole Miss, South Carolina, and Vanderbilt. It's pretty solid. Day 2, Auburn, Georgia, Tennessee, and Texas. It's real solid. Alabama, Florida, Mississippi State, Oklahoma, another solid day. And then Arkansas, Kentucky, Missouri, and Texas A&M. I'm not saying
can't all be winners, you know.
Yeah, I'm not even saying like necessarily wins and losses, because if we did that, I mean, Missouri's last 4 years you put wins together, they'd be up there towards the top. I just thought maybe they put a heavy hitter, maybe a bigger brand,
right?
You know, in that day.
Yeah,
and A&M is that, but
yeah, I mean, you could have split up day 2, which had Georgia, Tennessee, Texas all in that same group. You could have moved one of those guys. And my other question is do they do it by request? Like, do teams request certain days? Do they do it based on schedules, or like, you know, is a team reporting a couple of days earlier? I don't know. Those are the questions that I have. I would assume that they were kind of request, but maybe it's just pulling out of a hat. I don't know. But I'm looking at this list.
Well, LSU's been like day 1, first one out of the gate for like.
That's probably what you want, right?
A long time.
Like if you're Brian Kelly or head coach, you probably want to get it done early, right?
Yeah, I would love to be, like, if I'm LSU, I would love to be, hey, I want to be first. I want to be the first one out there. I want to get our message out there. I want to get in. I want to get in. I want to be fresh on everybody's minds, and then I'm going to get out.
Looking at this list, not real thrilled about it. 4 teams, looking at all these players, the positions. There's only 1 quarterback here today. 1 of 4 teams. 3 teams scared to bring a quarterback. Uno.
2
Texas A&M blows my mind.
Yeah, 2 are transfers.
I know Billy tried
Kentucky and Missouri.
Billy tried to talk, wax poetically about that yesterday. He's sitting right over there to the left of us right now.
Yeah.
I don't understand Texas A&M not bringing Marcel.
Right.
Kentucky. I mean, the guy's like his 13th year of college football. Why would you bring him? Calzada?
Yeah, Zach Calzada.
Zach Calzada.
He's been at A&M. He went to Auburn, Incarnate
Word.
Then Kentucky, I believe.
So this is his 7th season in college football. 23-9 as a starter, 8,707 career yards passing, 73 total touchdowns in his career. The guy's played some college football.
Yeah, he's had some okay moments, but not in the SEC, and he's tried it now for a 3rd time. I'm a little surprised by that if we're going to lean on Kentucky here, because
let's go all in.
You know, they have struggled to find a quarterback that like signs with Kentucky, redshirts maybe his freshman year, and then takes over and is the guy for 3 years.
Right.
Like they have gone, with Will Levis, who Will Levis ended up turning to be a good player for them, but they get him from Penn State, and you get Brock Vandagriff from Georgia, and you get like all these transfers. They get Devin Leary from NC State, and now they get Zach Calzada. They have tried like the 1-year rental, and it just hasn't worked for them. I would think that they'd be like, hey, let's go develop a guy.
Right.
It hadn't worked for us.
It worked with Will. I mean, he was first-round pick, but like Kentucky is
he was the first pick of the 2nd round, right?
Shoot, I can't remember.
I think he was. Yeah.
Was he? Okay.
Yeah.
All
Either
right.
way,
Well,
though, very
first-round
high pick,
grade on it for most people. But like Kentucky's got that. It's the attitude and the size school that has to rely on the transfer portal.
Yeah.
That's just, they're not going to recruit guys, the big guys out of high school that are going to pan out and just be there for 4 or 5 years. They have to go. I mean, everybody's dipping in from all all levels, the good, the bad, the ugly in college football. But like, especially Kentucky, they have to lean on that. They have to find guys in smaller conferences or out of the SEC that want to play in the SEC that might not have an opportunity to go to some of the bigger schools. So they have to rely on them. They have to rely on their coaching and their ability to create a team atmosphere. And Stoops has proven he's done that, and he's always going to be a tough out. I mean, even last year, they weren't great last year, 4-8 total record, but they did beat Ole Miss on the road. They lost to Georgia by 1 point. I mean, they had some games and moments where, they showed life, and they always do. I think Stoops is kind of the guy that's going to have his team motivated, and he's going to squeeze the most juice out of a team that he can.
That's why when a lot of people, he's the most tenured SEC coach, and it's not even really close. And a lot of people question sometimes maybe the wins and losses, and we won one SEC game last year, and it was Ole Miss, and they couldn't finish. It's like I get all of that, I do, but y'all, we all remember Kentucky. They were every week they were the Jefferson Pilot 11 a.m. game. It was Kentucky. They were there. It was Jared Lorenzen.
Rivers is loving this right
in
now.
that squad.
We just took a little heat off Mississippi State.
Well, that's who it was, and they had no hope. And he came in, and I'm not saying it's consistent, but they had double-digit win seasons, right? Multiple of those. They lost to Florida for 32 straight years.
Okay.
32, and I think now they've beaten them 3 out of the last 5. So you have to understand sometimes where you're at and what the challenges are. And Mitch Barnhart's been the AD there the whole time. He's been there since the 90s.
Yep.
So he's seen what that bottom floor looks like. And he understands that.
Yeah, you got to have some self-awareness of your program and the history. But there is a certain point when you start showing life, the people around you expect that life to be there every year and for it to grow.
Yeah.
I mean, it is still the SEC, and you talk all the time. A program always wants to. If your program has lost to Florida 30-something times, you want to build that program up to be able to compete every year. And then once you do it, it's hard to go back.
Yeah.
So, look, they are losing a lot this year, and they had to dig deep in the transfer portal. They got 7 returning starters from last season, 3 on offense, 3 on defense, and a punter, who I'm assuming is also the placeholder. So maybe we could consider that 8 returning starters.
No.
2 and 1. 31 players transferred out from last season.
So one of the websites that I love to use for depth charts is Our Lads. I think they do.
Our Lads.
OurLads.com. I think they do a fantastic job, and they kind of keep you.
That.
Yep. They keep you up to date, and it's not always 100% right, but it's pretty accurate. But more than where people are placed, what they do is if you are returning, you're in blue. If you're a freshman, you're in pink. If you are a transfer coming in, you're in orange, orange, yellow, whatever. And so I always go and I'm all right, give me the ratio of blue, orange, and pink, because I want to see how new's your team going to be. And there's a lot of orange on Kentucky's offense. I mean, you look at receiver, it's 1, 2, 3, 4 new receivers coming in through the portal, offensive line. You've got 5 coming in through the portal, right? It is filled with an orange color because, like you said, they only returned 6 total starters. And so they did their deep dive into the portal, and now they're trying to figure out if they can kind of hit reset with all this new. Doesn't always work.
It doesn't always work. But let me ask you this. In the SEC, is there a better coach to coach a team like that than Mark Stoops?
Maybe Lane, because Lane's done it so many different times as well.
But it's hard for – I feel like Lane, in his offensive philosophy, he's got to have a quarterback, right?
He's got to have a quarterback and a running back.
He's got to have a really good quarterback. And you just went down the list of quarterbacks. They've struggled at Kentucky, but they still are always can be a dangerous team. So I would put Mark Stoops at the top of that list for a guy that can be able to get the most out of a team that, like you just listed, that's only returning 3 offensive starters, 3 defensive starters, a placeholder.
You keep trying to make placeholder a thing.
It's a thing.
It's definitely not. So Kentucky is one of the teams that's going to be here today. And like Matt said, they don't bring the quarterback. They go linebacker, DB, and tight end Arkansas, I believe, is going to be the first team that goes here today, and they are bringing their quarterback, Taylon Green. So we'll continue to break down the 4 teams that are here. We'll go back as well, teams that were here day number 3, kind of react to how they showed up here to the media day and Hall of Fame and Florida Gators. Had to say something nice about them.
That hurts me.
I know.
I don't even know if you're upset about it.
Well, I'm not. I'm just.
Oh, it hurts me even more.
No. I'm just.
So, are you a Florida fan now?
No, I'm definitely not that.
Are you Gator chomping? Did you Gator chomp yet? So I saw some of your Dusty was Gator chomping.
If you find me Gator chomping, just go ahead and put me off the pasture. I just said,
this guy was literally crushing skulls. I can see the emotions. You could get caught up in that emotion of this guy's grip strength. That it just slips out.
Nope. I did Doring and all the Gators. They were coming in, and Doring he likes to get pictures with all of them. He's always the one guy. Hey, let's grab a pic. He's like, come on, Hess, come on, Dusty. He always. And he goes, they do their little thing. He's like, I think he said it's right over left. I was like, you have to. It matters, right over left or left over right. He goes, yeah. If you're a real Gator, it's right over left. I'm like, why? He goes, I don't know. It's just a thing.
It just is.
It's like, oh, okay, cool. I'll never find out. Unless we're the LSU fans and we're the chant
we should do it. When LSU fans do it to make fun of them, we should do left over right.
That's a good point. I don't know. Is left over right more of a slap in the face, or is it really mimicking how you would do it, a slap in the face?
But so let's really break this down a little bit.
Okay.
And don't take offense to this. We brought this up last week. I told you it was a pet peeve of mine, which is the backwards L when we do the L thing. Okay, and you told me that sometimes you have to if you're on the left side of a picture facing in because your left arm's free.
Yep.
I disagree with you. You just figure out a way to get that right arm free and just do an L normally.
But you got see, I like embracing my brethren, so I'm going to embrace my brethren and then throw up the backwards L.
Nope.
Because that embrace is important.
No, it is objectively dumb.
In the picture that we took with Nussmeier, you're all about yourself, and you got this arm up, nothing touching Nussmeier.
Yep.
I'm embracing the Nuss bus and then throwing up my L.
I'm embracing him by showing him the respect of doing the L the right way with the correct hand up and it facing the right direction instead of me turning my shoulder or my elbow to get it backwards.
Yeah. There's some people that do the backwards L as awkward as you possibly could imagine.
But I would think that if you're a Florida Gator and you're on the left side of the picture, kind of the same situation. You got to go left over right.
I got you.
Instead of right over left. That's the, that's the conundrum we live in right now. But apparently Florida's figured it out. They said, no, you always got to go right over left. I say, no, LSU Tigers. We always have to throw the correct L up.
There's a lot of people agreeing with you. A lot of people.
I don't even think this is a hot take.
Inside the Bayou 4 chat, let us know, is a backwards L ever okay to make it look like you're throwing up an L in a picture?
Yeah, let's hear it. I'd love to hear this. Can we throw a poll up on Twitter?
Oh, didn't know there was L etiquette, says Jonathan. I didn't really know either.
Just watch the pictures that you put out there.
Y'all. Throwing up the L was not a thing.
It's never a thing.
When we were in school.
It's a very new thing.
Who started the throwing up the L?
I don't know if I even want to say
Can we go to our research team?
I know who it is.
You think it was Brian Kelly?
No.
Who?
I believe.
Radio, speak words.
Look, I believe it was Doug Blanchard.
Oh, Dougie.
Mm-hmm.
Dougie. Mm-hmm. Maybe it was. Maybe it was.
Throw the L's up.
Yeah, you're definitely like. There's all right, I can't read this. All right. All right.
There's a lot of people agreeing with me. We'll just say that very emphatically.
And I knew they would. We Flynn and I on our group text where he talks about it pretty often.
And the toy box. The toy box and the backwards L.
Toy box and the backwards L. Don't show Flynn those.
Out of the toy box, please.
All right, we'll take a break. More OTB when we come back here. 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge.
Off the bench.
All right, go to BoudreauxElectrical.com. BoudreauxElectrical.com. Get that free Generac quote, top right corner of the website. Storm season is a-coming. The Gulf of America is heating up, and so make sure that you are prepared and ready to go, because when it happens, it is the ultimate peace of mind to know you have that whole home generator. You are not going to be without power. That's why Boudreaux's Electrical, more power, more protection. On the North Shore, 985-397-1562. In the greater Baton Rouge area, it is 225-300-9389.
Yeah, we've been in Atlanta all week, so we've been kind of sheltered from that news, but I know there was a little disturbance in the Gulf this week. I don't know if it's forming quite like it was, maybe could have, but it was a wake-up call to us all. Hey, it's coming. Storm season's coming. Make sure you're protected. Make sure your family, your home, all your things are protected. Boudreaux'sElectrical.com.
Bayou Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram is taking $22,500 off MSRP on the brand new 2025 Ram 1500 Laramie with $22,500 off MSRP with a complimentary 7-year powertrain warranty that comes with all new Bayou Automotive vehicles. If you need sales or service, the crew at Bayou Automotive is going to do right by you.
With bold leadership and a growing population, Louisiana is rewarding excellence, attracting high-value companies, and fueling opportunity. Louisiana is winning now, and the sky is the limit. With every region and industry growing across a beautiful state that's more than a culture, it's a community with a quality of life that's more than satisfying. It's sustainable because the Louisiana you thought you knew is better than ever now. Come home, Louisiana.
Parish Construction and Roofing.
This is Coach Kim Mulkey. Go to parishbuilt.com for all of your roofing needs.
From your hometown, parishbuilt.com.
At Ochsner, we know healing is a team sport. That's why we've partnered with world-renowned orthopedic surgeon Dr. James Andrews to create the Ochsner Andrews Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute. Whether you're a professional athlete or a weekend warrior, our team of specialists are dedicated to getting you back in the game. So whatever your reasons are for reaching your personal best, we've only got one: you. Ochsner Andrews Institute. Long live you.
At Luba Workers' Comp, our journey began over 30 years ago with a simple belief: our clients come first.
At Luba, our business has always been focused on people, not policies.
Through every success and challenge, we've continued to grow because we've stayed true to our values, committed to providing you with genuine dependability.
Because your well-being is more than a priority. It's our purpose.
Man, age is just a number. Don't let it dictate how you feel. Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness has anti-aging services that can help you look and feel your best. Visit yourgoodwood.com and discover a renewed sense of vitality.
Live from the 2025 SEC Football Media Days, powered by Parish Construction and Roofing. Enter now for your chance to win $10,000 cash at parishbuilt.com. Our coverage is also presented by Rev and Relief Windows.
All right, welcome back in. It is OTB 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge, and I am going to go ahead, Alondra, little heads up. Let's go ahead and get this show started.
It's time to get glowing, courtesy of GoFlow IV Spa, where hydration, vitamins, and a summer-ready glow are always on tap. Now for starters.
That Alondra stays ready
Nailed
so
it.
she doesn't have to get ready.
Nailed
All
it.
the faith. We knew she was going to be able to hit that, even though we did a bad job. GoFlowIV.com. GoFlowIV.com. GoFlowIV Spa. Check them out on the Facebook page there. Book your appointment. Summer is here. Heat and humidity is here as well. So have a plan for your hydration or your recovery. And, again, you can go to the website, see all the things they can do for you. GoFlowIV.com.
Yeah, we're sitting here at July 17th. Pretty hot. And it ain't cooling down anytime soon. Go see them. Be proactive about your hydration. If you got a big workout, marathon, maybe you're going out drinking a little bit, go get hydrated, get an IV, get hydrated, get vitamized. Go see their website about their services, membership packages, everything. GoFlowIV.com.
All right, so as we mentioned, it was Alabama, Florida, Mississippi State, and Oklahoma yesterday. Oklahoma had some impressive players as well, and I want to kind of highlight quarterback John Mateer here. John Mateer is coming over from Wazoo. He is a Texas kid. He's from like the Lake Dallas area. So how did he end up at Wazoo? Like, that's kind of, that's a question that you're like, okay, that's a long way away.
Yeah.
And you're from Texas. Typically, you got a lot of other places you would go. He's like, man, Incarnate Word was like, that's it. That was like really it for me. And so their OC or their head, I think it might have been the head coach that became the OC at Washington State. Like, he gets the job there, and he's like, hey, I still want you. Like, just because it's we're moving up from the FCS to the FBS, he's like, you can play at this level.
Mm-hmm.
So he offers him scholarship. Obviously, he goes there. Then he gets there, and he's behind this guy named Cam Ward.
Heard of him.
Number 1 overall pick. It's so, like, his journey, it's a fascinating one. And I remember watching, and I told him this yesterday, so, like, there's some things, like plays we do on our flag football team because of what they did when him and Cam were together at Wazoo. They would put them in there together. They had 2 quarterbacks, and they would hand the ball off to each other. And then, like, they would hand it off, like, in a zone read. The quarterback would sprint out. Then he'd throw the ball. There was one where it was like a wraparound situation. Mateer wrapped around Cam Ward, then went into the flats, and they threw it to Mateer in the flats. And so he's that kind of guy. Like, he can go in there. He's going to do whatever you ask him to do. And he waited his turn. He goes to Wazoo, gets 1 year, and just tears it up. Those for over 3,000 yards, rushes for over 800 yards. And then, like, his coach that brought him there goes to Oklahoma, and he leaves. And so he's like, look, I wasn't trying to, have this special year at Wazoo and then just leave. He's like, but with the conference situation, he's like, there's only 2 teams in the conference, and then my coach goes there, and, had a pretty good year. And I wanted to get closer to home. He's like, my family coming to the games, it was just a struggle because they're going to the Pacific Northwest. And so
I don't think anybody can blame, like, even Washington State fans can blame the kid for doing that. Like, my coach is leaving.
Yeah.
58 states away from, like, where I grew up. Yeah. I don't think anybody, and, like, especially with the conference situation, now I'm going to transfer to Oklahoma where they produce multiple Heisman winners recently.
Right.
Different coach, but it's still the same program. It's still the same
Oklahoma.
Yeah, it's Oklahoma.
So he goes into the portal, 48 hours. He said he had 110 phone calls. 110. It's like, what?
Yeah.
He's like, and I tried to take as many as I could. He said, I think I hit 70, but I had family members hit those other. Like, I just.
Yeah.
And he said for me it was overwhelming because I wasn't recruited like that. Like, Incarnate Word was my deal.
Right.
And then my coach went, so that I got a scholarship because of that. He's like, I had no idea what I was getting into, and it's fun. Like, Cam Ward was at Incarnate Word. Like, it's just funny, like, how their entire careers are kind of
shout out to,
intertwined
like,
there.
Incarnate Word.
Yeah.
Brought up multiple segments in our show.
Yeah. How about the recruiting there?
I know.
Pretty good eye for talent.
Recruiting there. Calzada from
that's true.
Kentucky came from Incarnate Word. Like
3 quarterbacks right there.
Like, it's just Incarnate Word is known to be an SEC
feeder system for the quarterback position.
Absolutely. They know how to grow them over there and develop them.
So we're talking with him, and I told you this yesterday. He's like a mix of Flynn and Baker Mayfield. Like, just the way he carried himself, the confidence that he had, kind of the things he would say. He saw some squirrels as well. Like, he was impressive, man, and he had a great mentality. And the SEC, I think the SEC is about to find out a lot about John Mateer.
What kind of size?
Reminded me a lot of you.
Okay.
Really had the same size as you did.
I have not studied his measurables or anything like that. I don't know. In my head, I had him pictured at 5'11", 6 foot.
No. He's taller than that. Yeah. He reminds me of you, your type.
He's one of the quarterbacks I'm excited to do a breakdown of, and that's one thing that we are going to continue to do this season. And before we play teams, is I'm going to give a pretty detailed quarterback evaluation, film breakdown of their game. He's one of those guys I'm really excited because I didn't watch any Washington State this past season. I don't know if a lot of people really did, but I've heard. I know you did because you're a degenerate. But
just trying to come up with plays for the flag football team.
I know, I got it. But he's one of those guys because I've heard all about it. I've heard about his game and just reading about him. It's easy to talk. This is the time of the year, the time of the summer. You can talk yourself into any team or any player being really good. But I think Mateer is one of these guys that consistently people are kind of have him circled as this guy that could do really, really good things and help. And we'll see. Their offense struggled so much last year.
Yeah.
They have this defensive coach who is –
and their defense is stacked again this year.
Their defense is stacked, which is crazy to say.
Is he going to allow him you talked about?
Yeah. And Venables, he's going to be – the noise around him is going to get loud if they don't start out looking like Oklahoma Sooners, right? So, and rightfully so. That program does not deserve or ever need to be in the conversation of being at the bottom of the pack in any conference.
No.
I don't care if I know they made the move to the SEC and it's different than the Big 12. I got it. But middle of the road minimum for that program, right? Not the bottom.
So John Mateer style, it is that organized chaos style that we talk about. It's not all the way to Diego Pavia, but it is he's got such a
organized controlled chaos.
Yeah,
controlled.
He ran for over 800 yards. He's got that in his game.
Yeah.
It's is Brent Venable, but he threw for over 3,000 too. But is Brent Venables going to, as a defensive coach, allow him to hey, close your eyes, all right, let us do us. Don't panic.
Yep.
Don't try to control what he is because he is a free-spirited quarterback, and that's what makes him who he is.
With the defensive head coach, you have to have a very strong personality offensive coordinator to be oh, no, coach, it's fine. The beauty of this quarterback's play is that he does do things off schedule.
Yeah.
So he's going to make some bad plays. He's going to take a sack for 12-yard loss when he should have thrown it away. But because of his style of play and because of what he can do, we have to coach him a little bit differently than a standard pocket passer would. A standard pocket passer who's doesn't have that extra ability. A 12-yard loss is a fireable offense. You throw the ball away.
Yeah.
Out of the pocket. But you have to coach people different. If it's 3 times out of 5 he's going to make a big play, you sacrifice those other 2 plays because of – and just defensive coaches don't understand that. It's don't take a negative play.
Yeah.
Don't take a negative play. But you got to coach guys differently. So, you got to have a strong personality at offensive coordinator to be able to kind of – I'm not going to say stand up to the head coach, but to emphasize to the head coach that, look, we got to coach this guy a little bit differently. There's going to be some bad with it, but he's going to make some beautiful stuff happen.
All right, we will take a break, close out hour number 1 of OTB when we come back here at 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge.
Off the bench.
All right, go to PelicanRoof.com. PelicanRoof.com is the website for Pelican Roofing in Lafayette, in Baton Rouge. Not just driving back and forth on the basin, but they are boots on the ground in both cities. They are that trusted roofing company that you can trust. Well, you can listen to us. Take us for our word. We're telling you the truth. Yep. But if you don't want to, you can go check out the Google reviews, the Facebook reviews, the Yelp reviews, right all on the homepage of PelicanRoof.com. You can get that instant roof quote as well, top right corner of the website. They have fantastic financing options as well. Matthew, that is something you can also click on, financing right there on the homepage of PelicanRoof.com.
Yeah, it's a roof is a big decision to make for you and your family. It's a big project. So go see if they can help you with financing. 0% financing for all qualified buyers up to 21 months. So go visit and start that process today. Just have the conversation. See how they can help you. PelicanRoof.com.
These ice cubes could have been a thankless bed for an all-you-can-eat salad bar. But instead, they cradle and cool the crisp, refreshing Dos Equis. Nicely done, ice cubes.
River Parish Contractors has immediate openings for structural steel shop fabricators. Call or text Big Jake today at 318-547-1000 or go to rpcontractors.com and click on employment. River Parish Contractors. Let's get building.
At Atmos Energy, our Smart Choice solutions help customers save energy and emissions with rebates up to $500 off high-efficiency natural gas appliances, smart thermostats, and weatherization upgrades. Together, we're fueling our energy future.
ED, low T, or simply seeking to optimize your health and performance? Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness offers a range of discreet services to address your specific needs. We empower men to reclaim their health and confidence. Visit yourgoodwood.com.
At Sunshine, we know what you see when you look at your land. Where others may see dirt, you see the foundation you've built your life on. This, it's hallowed ground. It's past, present, and future. We're proud to provide quality John Deere equipment to help you maintain the land you love. Check out our current promotions and learn more about what it means to be powered by sunshine at sunequip.com.
At Luba Workers' Comp, our journey began over 30 years ago with a simple belief. Our clients come first.
At Luba, our business has always been focused on people, not policies.
Through every success and challenge, we've continued to grow because we've stayed true to our values, committed to providing you with genuine dependability.
Because your well-being is more than a priority. It's our purpose.
Gulf Coast Office Products is a nationally recognized Savin office equipment dealer based right here in Louisiana. Over 100 employees strong, Gulf Coast has the boots on the ground to support all vertical markets from education, engineering, legal, and finance. With the latest in office technology, from desktop to production segment units, Gulf Coast and Savin have the perfect fit for you. Call 225-756-2644. That's 756-2644 for Gulf Coast Office Products.
Live from the 2025 SEC Football Media Days, powered by Parish Construction and Roofing. Enter now for your chance to win $10,000 cash at parishbuilt.com. Our coverage is also presented by Rev and Relief Windows.
All right, welcome back in. OTB, day number 4, SEC Media Days. The Arkansas Razorbacks are here. They are the only team that brought a quarterback. Taylon Green will be here representing the Hogs.
Tall drink of water, too.
He is, and we just looked at their depth chart, and Flynn, there is a whole lot of orange, which means transfer there for the Hogs on offense.
Yeah, their offense, looking at it right now on ourlads.com.
Big deal.
Thanks for
shout out, shout out.
Let's see. We got 3 wide receivers, all transfers. Left tackle, a transfer. Center, a transfer. Right tackle, transfer. Tight end, transfer. So they're returning a quarterback, a running back, a right guard, and a left guard on offense. So continuity, not a big thing over there this year.
No.
But we'll see. In this crazy world, I mean, that's more transfers having to step in as starting roles than we just talked about with Kentucky. I guess the only difference is the quarterback. You know, little continuity there.
Yeah,
so, and which helps.
Yeah, and he's a good player. I think he can continue to grow. He comes over from Boise State a couple of years ago, and he's a player that has a very high ceiling, and he's going to need to hit the top of that ceiling for Arkansas, I think, to have the kind of year that they want to have. And when you make wholesale changes like this, and it's normal to dive into the portal now, but this feels like we know what the deal is. And if I'm Sam Pittman and I'm that staff, like we kind of know. You know, Bobby Petrino back there as the OC. He's been the head coach there. Everybody kind of knows what the deal is, I think, this year in Fayetteville and what they have to do, which is I don't even maybe it's a win total, maybe, but it's like you got to beat somebody big. And they did. Look, I mean, they've got some pretty big wins, and every time we have this conversation about Sam, it feels like he goes and gets one of those.
Yeah, he's a good coach. He's exactly kind of like he fits the mold for Arkansas, kind of like Mark Stoops at Kentucky. Last year, Sam Pittman entered his 6th season at Arkansas as the head coach. 7-6 last year, won a Liberty Bowl, but of course Bobby Petrino returning for his 2nd year. So it's interesting to see how that offense progresses, being in the same system for now a 2nd year. We talk about that year 1 to 2 jump for quarterbacks, but it's kind of the same thing in offenses in general. Everybody, I know it's a lot of transfers, but you got a quarterback returning, running the same system. I would expect more comfortability from that, more growth from that quarterback as well. And like you said, he showed flashes. He's got a live arm, has a high ceiling, threw for over 3,000 yards last year, rushed for over 600 yards. So, they got a little action back there. So I would expect them to be always dangerous, always a tough out. And we can tell you that from experience.
Yes, we can.
Unfortunately. You know what we got to get into, though? We didn't do it yesterday. We got to project our over-unders. Win total over-unders from yesterday's
from yesterday's teams.
Yeah, we forgot to do it yesterday.
Yeah, and then obviously today's teams as well. So we'll do that for you when we come back to kick off hour number 2. Alabama, Florida, Mississippi State, and Oklahoma. And, of course, Arkansas, Kentucky, Missouri, and Texas A&M. We'll give you all of those teams' win totals over and under. All right, we'll be back. More OTB live from the 2025 SEC Media Days.
Off the bench.
All right, go to yourgoodwood.com. Yourgoodwood.com is the website for Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness. Bottom right corner of the website, you can get that consultation booked. You can find a full list of services. You can find pricing as well. Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. until 5 p.m. It is right there on Drusilla Lane. That number to give them a call to set that consultation up, 225-4GD-WOOD. If you have a problem, help Goodwood get to the bottom of it. How will you do that? You'll book that consultation, live life without fear or embarrassment. Yourgoodwood.com.
Yeah, don't settle for mediocrity. We're all human. We all have issues. There's people out there that can fix it, and that is at Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness. Yourgoodwood.com. Schedule that consultation. Go to their website, see their pricing, their services. Start their treatment for $125 per month, people. Yourgoodwood.com. Check them out.
There it is, the extra mile, on the border of expected and extraordinary for those willing to go further, like vans customized for work or play, with safety and tech to keep you connected, supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team, and backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded, because so few have what it takes to go there. Mercedes-Benz Vans.
The Windsor Senior Living Community in Mandeville, Louisiana is a beautiful, vibrant apartment community geared towards seniors. They are nestled right in the heart of Mandeville, where seniors live a more carefree lifestyle in spacious apartments with the peace of mind that comes from having a little extra help. Call the Windsor at 985-624-8040 to schedule a lunch and tour. Come see how the Windsor can be your passport to peace of mind.
At Sunshine, we know what you see when you look at your land. Where others may see dirt, you see the foundation you've built your life on. This, it's hallowed ground. It's past, present, and future. We're proud to provide quality John Deere equipment to help you maintain the land you love. Check out our current promotions and learn more about what it means to be powered by sunshine at sunequip.com.
Parish Construction and Roofing.
This is Coach Kim Mulkey. Go to parishbuilt.com for all of your roofing needs.
From your hometown, parishbuilt.com.
Businesses like yours are the soul of our community. You deserve someone who'll deliver the internet services you deserve. That's why local businesses rely on Rev Business. 90 years of building connections. Visit us at letsrev.biz.
These are the luckiest ice cubes in the world. They could have been a thankless bed for an all-you-can-eat salad bar. But instead, they've been called upon to cradle and cool a crisp, refreshing Dos Equis. Huh. Looks like the lucky just got luckier. Dos Equis.
BRAC teamed up to reimagine your parks, and you imagined big. With your help, we went to work, creating 12 beautiful community parks across the parish. A family-sized water park, miles and miles of trails, and parks just for your dogs. There are more places to splash, to explore, to run wild, and even soar. You imagined, we delivered. Gold. BRAC, your #1 park system in the nation.
At Auctioner, we know healing is a team sport. That's why we've partnered with world-renowned orthopedic surgeon Dr. James Andrews to create the Auctioner Andrews Orthopedic.
Good morning. It's 8 a.m. here on Thursday, July 17th. Today in Baton Rouge, you can expect rainy skies with a high of 88. In hour 2 of today's show, Jake and Matt will continue to break down the final day of SEC Media Days. You can follow us on Twitter or Instagram at OTB_ESPN and watch us on YouTube at the 104.5 ESPN channel. Hour number 2 of Off the Bench, live from Atlanta, Georgia for the 2025 SEC Media Days, starts now.
All-Star Toyota presents Off the Bench with Jacob Hester and Matt Flynn.
Okay, here we go.
Where the plays get broken down and science gets denied.
Hey, they said I got to come off the bench.
Hour 2 of Off the Bench, live from the Mercedes-Benz of Baton Rouge studio, starts now.
All right, welcome back in. Hour number 2, OTB 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge. And as we said, it is Arkansas, Kentucky, Missouri, and Texas A&M all here today. We just got through talking a little about Arkansas. Let's continue that conversation. Our guy John Neighbors joins us to do so. How you doing, sir?
Oh, I am rolling. How about you guys?
Yeah, I felt that. That felt authentic.
Yeah, I mean, come on. How can you not be excited about today, man? You got Sam Pittman and the Razorbacks, and coming off of that 6-6 season and a schedule that the devil made himself for them. I mean, it's going to be great, man. It's going to be fun.
Yeah. So we were looking at their depth chart and just all the different pieces and all the new pieces on offense. How long, this offseason, have you, just had to study all the new people that are coming in on this offense? Because, you're one of the few teams, the only quarterback today is going to be Taylor Green, so that's exciting. But everybody else is new.
Yeah, I mean, I'm glad the EA Sports College Football video game came out. That's the best way I'm going to learn these players' names and numbers and everything. Yeah, it's been interesting because in most cases, if I was to tell you, hey, you got your offensive coordinator back who's really good in Bobby Petrino, and you got Taylor Green, who was 5th in passing last year in the SEC, and he's returning. Those two things alone should be like, man, that's great. I mean, not many teams can say that. And it's true. It is great. But that's about it. You have so many new wide receivers. You got new tight ends. You got new running backs. You got pretty much a new offensive line. So it's just really tough to just look at one thing and be like, oh, this is why it's going to be better. Taylor Green can be great, but are the pieces around him going to be great or as good as what they were last year? Don't really know at this point.
Yeah, so you brought up Bobby Petrino being there, and I always talk about year 1 to 2 for a quarterback. He goes from his first year starting to second. There's always a big jump, but same could be said for an offensive scheme, especially with a really good offensive-minded coach like Petrino. So you're right. There is, and you can bring in a lot of guys in the transfer portal, and if you have that offensive coordinator stability, you have a returning quarterback, you can make things happen. So what have you seen in Taylor Green, and how do you expect his progression within that Petrino offense for a second year to go this year?
Well, I looked at the numbers, and I know every quarterback's different and everything, but under Petrino, quarterbacks that went from year 1 to year 2 under his system have improved dramatically every single time. We're talking about completion percentage, touchdowns, everything has improved upon, and then interceptions and turnovers has decreased. So historically speaking, you want to see that. But the one thing that Petrino loves and values over everything as you guys probably know, is speed at the wide receiver position.
Yeah.
You know, Jerry's riding Joe Adams. Those are like the heydays of my Razorback fandom growing up. But those guys were 5'11", 6 feet tall. Like, they weren't big dudes. But once you got the ball in their hands, they could make plays because they had speed and athleticism. And last year, Arkansas's wide receivers, none of them were really recruited by Petrino, but you had big, tall guys, possession guys, Andrew Armstrong, Isaac Teslaw. And so now this year, they've gone to the speedsters, Omega Blake, Ismail Cisse, who's gotten banged up a little bit. He's hurt. We'll see what his situation is. But Raylan Sharp, guys that are smaller, but speed, tracks type of athletes. So, you know, Petrino loves that, and I think he's going to have a plan for him. So that's maybe where the hope lies. But still, in the SEC, you got to have some size. You got to have some guys that go over the top. We'll see if Taylon Green and these smaller guys will be able to build up that rapport.
And, John, we were talking about it before you hopped on, like, the record was the record, but it wasn't like you didn't have big moments. I mean, the Tennessee win was huge. I think the bowl game against Texas Tech was huge, like, to get that and create that momentum into the offseason. Really, like, there's some games that, like, the A&M game, as it always is. I mean, every single time, like, that one play here, one play there, you win that game. I mean, even in the games that they lost for the most part, outside of Ole Miss, I mean, you're competitive against Texas. You're competitive against Missouri. Like, do you think they can get over that little hump and turn 6 wins into 8 wins? Because they've got big wins. They've got big moments. There's something there. What's it going to take to get from 6 to 8 or even 9?
Well, it's those small things as you talk about. Sam Pittman and his tenure at Arkansas in one-possession games is 6-18. 6-18. And, you know, he's been here for a long time. And it just, you look at it, because of course it could go either way in a lot of these games, but it's always the games that you have a lead in. Last year, Oklahoma State is a great example. Arkansas was dominating that game in the beginning, and that pick 6 happened.
Yeah.
Every Razorback fan sat there and said, yep, we know we're losing this game because it happened against A&M many times. It's always just you get off to a good start, you got it going, and then something happens, something really detrimental happens, and it falls apart. And that's what, you know, makes Razorback fans always on the edge of their seat where there's no lead safe. They don't feel comfortable ever. But it's just a matter of getting those plays to not happen, getting the ball to bounce your way a couple of times. Because even in the Tennessee win last year, which was the biggest win for sure, Arkansas should have beaten Tennessee by 3 touchdowns. But they couldn't get – the problem was, guys, red zone offense. They could not score in the red zone. So those are things they can work on, make it better. But it's just sometimes you need those intangibles to go your way in these games.
Yeah, and it's those types of games that really frustrate fan bases, right? So when you talk about that, but it always seems like Sam Pittman wins the game, right? Wins a big game. Arkansas is always a hard out. We can tell you that from experience. Like they're always a hard out, and they always are going to, every season they're going to win some games. They're either not supposed to. I don't want to say that, but like they win big games against guys that are rolling. What happens this year, what could happen, at least early on, to make Sam Pittman kind of start feeling a little pressure?
Well, they, as you guys know, tough schedule. Their first SEC road game is against Ole Miss week 3. It's a night game. Not to say that Oxford's intimidating, but, you know, it's a night game. That right there, if you get blown out, because Ole Miss came to Fayetteville last year and broke records on you offensively. If you get handed to you in that game, you got Memphis on the road next. Suddenly you're starting to be like, okay, well, this could spiral out quickly. And that's what's happened. And then, you know, Notre Dame is at home. They were in the college football playoff. I don't know if you guys knew that last year. So, but, you know, the point is like you have it so tough in the beginning that the wheels could fall off quick. And that's why it sounds cliche, but you got to get off to a good start if you're Arkansas and if you're Sam Pittman, because fans are already hanging on by a thread. Right. They already don't believe in him. They already wanted him gone. And the second in the beginning that you get housed or you get embarrassed or you look like crap, fans are going to jump off board quicker, fast, and in a hurry, and that's going to really spiral out of control.
Is the Memphis game the most important game of the season? Oof. Oddly enough, it just feels like it.
Honestly, I feel like Ole Miss could be the game to where it goes from being a great season to a bad season. Yeah. But the Memphis game is one of those that, hey, if you just want to do the bare minimum and get by, you got to have that, because you're not. I mean, I'm not going to predict Arkansas is going to beat Notre Dame. I mean, anything can happen, but I'm not going to predict that. So you're talking about that, and then being on the road at Memphis, losing to a team that's not even a Power 4 team.
Yeah.
You know, in which Arkansas, they're playing in the Liberty Bowl, which they love playing in the Liberty Bowl. So, and they're very good at it. So I think they're undefeated in the Liberty Bowl. Great.
Yeah.
So maybe
Won
that's
another one last year.
Yeah, maybe it's Razorback Stadium East, you know, if you want to call it that. But no, it's a crucial game, and it's one that if you want to have a good season, you cannot lose to Memphis. Period.
Right. And they beat Florida State last year, so I mean they've done it before.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of people beat Florida State last year, but
Sure.
still,
Yeah.
Memphis won't be intimidated by
But it's still Florida
an SEC
State,
team,
right?
and they're hosting
Little Wade,
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
So I'm looking at Vegas. I think Vegas has the season win total at 5.5. Is that fair? Like, because we're going to go through this, and I can probably find more than that. But you just talked about that. The beginning of the season is an ass kicker.
Yeah. Well, I'm loving that you could find that because I can't. I'm looking at the schedule. I look at all the position groups and look, okay, what's better, what's going to be worse, what's unknown, what's uncertain. But it's just you got so many games on this schedule and where they're placed at that it makes me feel like if it goes back to the start. If you start off strong, then it'll be okay. But if you drop the Ole Miss and say if you drop to Memphis and Notre Dame, which is all three very possible, there's no way. I mean, there's just no way. It's about that first 5-game stretch.
Yeah.
If you're 3-2, which is, fine, then okay. I could maybe see that. But 2 wins or less, it's just going to be dropping because I think Auburn's going to be improved. I don't know how good they're already being improved from a year ago. Mississippi State, not great, but they're still feel like they should be better than what they were last year. And, Arkansas can't beat A&M for saving their life. They can't beat Missouri to save their life. Luckily Arkansas gets a break and they play at 11 a.m. in Baton Rouge. So, maybe that'll go well for them. But it's just really tough for me to look at that schedule and say 6 wins. And if he gets 6 wins this year, I'll be extremely impressed, really impressed.
All right, so it doesn't sound like John has Arkansas as his sleeper team. It doesn't sound like that's going to be the pick there. I chose Missouri in that because I feel like Missouri just continues to win games. And like Eli Drinkwitz, it's 9 wins here, it's 10 wins here. They just continue. And their schedule, as favorable as any SEC schedule is going to be, is the Missouri Tigers this year. I like some of the pieces they brought in at running back and quarterback. I'm not even saying like the product itself. I'm just saying what the record's going to be at the end of the season.
Yeah, I don't know what Missouri did to get that schedule. Arkansas fans are looking at that like, man, get that, you could win 9 games.
Whatever they did, Arkansas, Florida, and Oklahoma need to figure it out because those 3 teams hurt somebody in the league office.
I'm telling you, man, it's just they have a deal with the devil or something like that. I don't understand it, but
somebody forgot that Missouri was in the SEC. I still don't believe they're in the SEC.
Yeah, it still feels weird. Yeah, and I don't like
it. And they hadn't figured out that Missouri spelled with S's, not Z's. That's my thing.
Yeah, and you can't wear jerseys and hoodies, and that's it at the games, man. That's Big Ten stuff. Come on now, you can't be doing that. But no, that's the game too, where Missouri. Not making excuses. You got to play the games that are in front of you. But, people like Sam Pittman in Arkansas, like, geez, man, if I had that schedule, I had to play against UMass, last year on the road. It'd be a lot different, but that's not the game that it gets played. But, I think Missouri does a good job of scheduling, and sometimes that's what it's about because at the end of the day, nobody's going to look back and be like, yeah, your team went 10-2, but, you played these teams or whatever. It's like, no, you went 10-2.
Yeah.
That's what people care about. That's all that matters.
All right, so end of the year, end of the season, who's playing in the SEC Championship?
I mean, I want to be creative. I want to sit here and be like, oh, man, I could see this team. But, man, it's got to be Georgia and Texas, right? Again, I don't want it to be. I don't want it to have that. I'm really hoping somebody could step up because there's a lot of uncertainty with some of these teams and everything. But it's just hard to go up against those guys.
And
who
a lot of
been the
uncertainty
best.
with Gunnar Stockton as well. So you kind of believe in him. He showed you enough.
Yes.
All right.
Yes, exactly. And so, but I mean, listen, you guys know this is the SEC. LSU could be that team that steps in. Nussmeier has an incredible year, and they start rolling through it. You could be a team that just comes out of nowhere like a Florida. I mean, that's what is always so much fun nowadays, at least about the SEC, is there are some upsets. I mean, Alabama lost to, Oklahoma and Vanderbilt last year? I mean, come on. You never know what's going to happen. But to me, I feel like it's those teams, and it's just going to continue to be have FOMO as an Arkansas fan, just waving at everybody. It's like, oh, man, Atlanta must be nice that time of year,
At least you've been before. There's some on this list that haven't ever been here.
And that's what I always say. It pisses me off, anybody that ever says, Arkansas, you should have just gone to the Big 12. I'm like, shut up, okay? Because we've been to 3 SEC title games, by God.
Yeah.
And you know what, Ole Miss, you've been to 0, and you've been in the lead the entire time.
That's right.
And Mississippi State, you went to 1, and it was only because you broke the tiebreaker with Arkansas because Sterner couldn't hold on to the ball. against Tennessee in '98. Not that I remember that. Yeah. So I'm just saying.
I think every Arkansas fan.
I get reminded daily. Yeah. So that and the pop-up foul ball, I just want to delete from my memory.
We're not even going to bring up baseball with you, John. Yeah, not even going to do it.
Listen, as a Razorback fan, it's our kink, man. We love being tortured. We love this thing, man. It's just what we're born to do. But real quick story about that. I just want to tell you this for all your LSU fans out there. Arkansas, the game happened. Obviously, we would know. I'm up there in Omaha next day. Some LSU fans, which you guys are pretty mean sometimes, I'll admit. But this LSU family comes in. They come up to me, and it's a nice guy. And he goes, "Hey, man, I just want you to know." It's like, that was a great game. It sucks you lost. I know you don't want to hear it, but that was a great game, great baseball game. I was like, I don't want to hear it from you. It's like, you can say that because you've won titles in baseball.
Right.
What was it, 8 titles?
Yeah.
Is that how many? Yeah. I'm like, if you can tell me what your least favorite national championship is, then I don't want to hear you tell me. I'm like, I've never had that before. And so it's just, again, you guys were great. It's a great game, but one time we're going to have something in Arkansas, I feel. Yeah. One time.
And John, it's crazy ways that it happens for sure. We were talking about that, just the plays, but also like the side of the bracket.
Yeah.
Just think if Arkansas and LSU are on the opposite side, they're going to meet.
Oh, yeah.
Right? They're going to meet for
reseed it.
Yeah. I mean, I'd be all for that. But I get it. It's like, who expected Texas and Vanderbilt and all those teams to lose the way they did. But, I would have loved that. It was unfortunate that happened. But, I still got to see some cool things. Like Gage Wood's no-hitter was really cool to see, stuff like that. And it was a great game. But just one time, man. And seeing Mississippi State and Ole Miss have titles, Tennessee, they didn't even know baseball existed until 5 years ago. But our next head coach is going to be Tony Vitello, so I appreciate them for holding on to it. But just at one point in time, we're going to have one. I feel it.
In
one
our
day.
Lifetime, you're going to get one.
Surely, because
you'll find it. You guys will find it.
It's going to be the day after I die is when it's going to happen. So can't wait for that.
They'll still have one, but you just, you won't be here. But just know in your heart they'll have one.
Yeah. Well, that's, really all that I want. I don't want to experience it as a person or anything.
The odds say that eventually something will happen.
There you go.
Yeah. But we'll always have big wins in games because Razorback fans, they wanted to hang a banner after beating certain teams and. Great. So, 07, not to bring it up.
But you got 07 LSU.
That was our national championship.
Yeah, we got one too.
Yeah. Apparently, yours is one that goes a little further than ours. So, we can't beat Kentucky, can't beat Tennessee, but
blind squirrel.
Every single time, man. Every single time.
John, we appreciate the time as always, man. Thanks for stopping by.
Appreciate you guys as always. Appreciate you guys. And absolutely.
All right, we will step away. More OTB when we come back. 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge.
Off the bench.
All right, go to GoTommies.com. GoTommies.com is the website for Tommy's windows, doors, and siding. They are your one-stop shop. All of the things that you need to see from them are right there on the website. A gallery of work, testimonials of past clients as well. So go check that out. See what they can do for you because whatever the work is, it's going to be award-winning. Best of in 2025 in the Advocate. Best windows. That went to Tommy and the team. GoTommies.com.
Tommy's windows, doors, and siding. If you choose to work with them, you will see the clear difference. They are professional. They work with integrity. They're dependable. And most importantly, when you're getting work done in your house, you want it to be done and done efficiently. So they are extremely efficient. Go see their gallery of work, their windows, doors, siding, lifetime warranty on windows. Go check them out today. GoTommies.com.
These are the luckiest ice cubes in the world. They could have been a thankless bed for an all-you-can-eat salad bar. But instead, they've been called upon to cradle and cool a crisp, refreshing Dos Equis. Looks like the lucky just got luckier. Dos Equis.
At Bayou Automotive, we believe in a sales process that puts you first. We want you to experience an easy purchase with clear pricing and great service. Let Bayou Ford and Bayou Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram be your trusted partners in finding your perfect vehicle. The crew at Bayou Automotive is going to do right by you.
Baton Rouge's home for real rock. It's Eagle 98.1. Foo Fighters. Led Zeppelin. AC/DC. Pearl Jam. And the flagship home for LSU sports. Take us anywhere with the Eagle 98.1 app. Eagle 98.1 is the rock station.
There it is, the extra mile, on the border of expected and extraordinary, for those willing to go further, like vans customized for work or play, with safety and tech to keep you connected, supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team, and backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded, because so few have what it takes to go there. Mercedes-Benz Vans.
Men, age is just a number. Don't let it dictate how you feel. Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness has anti-aging services that can help you look and feel your best. Visit yourgoodwood.com and discover a renewed sense of vitality.
At Sunshine, we know what you see when you look at your land. Where others may see dirt, you see the foundation you've built your life on. This, it's hallowed ground. It's past, present, and future. We're proud to provide quality John Deere equipment to help you maintain the land you love. Check out our current promotions and learn more about what it means to be powered by sunshine at sunequip.com.
When it comes to choosing energy for your family and your home, make the smart choice with natural gas. You can count on efficient and affordable natural gas to keep you comfortable and reduce your environmental impact to help protect our planet. Together, we're fueling our energy future. Atmos Energy.
So tight, so fly.
Live from the 2025 SEC Football Media Days, powered by Parish Construction and Roofing. Enter now for your chance to win $10,000 cash at parishbuilt.com. Our coverage is also presented by Rev and Relief Windows.
You know, the one, like, the bad thing about being here and not being in studio is Alondra always crushes it and is crushing R&B Thursday, and I can't be like, hey, let it breathe.
I know.
Because they got a job doing it, and you look, if they don't bring us back, who knows where we'll be in 30 seconds.
And like to paint the picture, we got these, this headset that's remote. So like we hear the very beginning of the song, that it just kind of like cuts off to dead silence. So I think the listeners back home are hearing something.
Yeah,
we got nothing.
Alondra and Tay probably vibing back there in studio.
They vibing.
Yeah, they're enjoying that banger that we just came back with.
I bet they're holding it down in studio, but but it's kind of boring without us, jumping and doing push-ups and lunges and
probably pretty quiet.
Probably pretty quiet.
Yeah, I don't know.
I bet they.
Unless Tay-Tay's, debating something with Jordan in the hallway during the segment.
Well, one thing for sure is like when we do go to break, they're definitely looking at each other and being like, these guys are idiots. And then they're also like, yep, that live read was 15 seconds short, or it was 1:15 long. So a lot of judgment probably back there, but all in love, I'm sure.
Think so?
Absolutely. Foxhole.
Okay. All right. I believe
just one big off-the-bench family.
We do have Gary Stoken set to join us in about 8 minutes from now. Of course, he is the director there of the Peach Bowl. Always an exciting time to catch up with our guy and see what games are coming in the future to the opening game. And they always have some kickoff classics. And, of course, the Peach Bowl, and last year was the national championship. So Gary will join us here in about 10 minutes from now. I'm sitting there and I'm thinking, and before we get into this conversation, I do want to tell you about Russell Pool Company, the amazing work that they do for you, they do for the Tigers. It is russellpools.com. Find a gallery of work on that website, financing options on that website, a full list of services on that website. They are truly that one-stop shop of construction, of maintenance, anything you need in the retail game as well. russellpools.com.
Yeah, they've been doing it a long time, and when you think of high-quality pools in the Louisiana, you think of Russell Pool. They got new leadership, Chris Anderson over there doing a great job, and they, from absolutely turnkey, they can take your dream to reality, landscape architect to design to build to maintenance, whatever it is. Proud to be partnered with Russell Pools, russellpools.com.
When we had John Neighbors on, and he's sitting there and he's going through like all the pain and suffering of being an Arkansas fan.
Yeah, a lot of pain behind those eyes.
In a moment like that, I'm like, oh, man. LSU, like just in the last couple of years, they've won 2 baseball national championships, a women's basketball championship, a gymnastics national championship. It's just like, oh, man. Feel a little bad. I mean, I'm not even trying to like pat him on the head or be funny. It's like LSU outside of Alabama, they're tied with Ohio State for the most football national championships the last 25 years.
Well, we played competitive. I didn't feel bad for him.
I didn't feel bad for him. But I was
like a little sorry for him.
What's that like?
You know? Yeah.
Again, this isn't like oh, look at us. I'm just saying, like, I felt like I was watching Phil Collins write a song, and that's the pain that he was going through when he was sitting here trying to talk about Arkansas athletics.
Oh, my gosh. Did we ever really figure out the true story behind In the Air Tonight? There's a lot of rumors out there.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, when Phil sings a song to you, Phil puts all of his heart and soul into it, right? Even on Tarzan, he does that. So,
Do you remember?
I'm sitting here and I'm seeing Kentucky's SID. Come on, Slacks, get over here. Slacks.
I wonder who that was. Definitely wasn't a quarterback.
I'm trying to just get. Oh, they didn't bring one. Trying to get Slack's attention. See if we can get Stoops over here. Squirrel.
There's a lot happening. Actually, there's not a lot happening.
Not a lot happening. So when we see a squirrel, we got to chase a squirrel here.
We got 2 tables. We got 2 radio stations that didn't have the heart or the commitment that we did. They already packed up and flew home.
No grit.
No grit.
Jacksonville? Is that what that is?
I even got my guys from the sports station from Tyler, Texas. They're still here.
Who you think, like, who? I have no idea. This is not a rhetorical question. Like, who's the team in Tyler? Is it UT?
Oh, well, it's everybody, yeah. So UT and A&M.
Yeah.
I don't know if they've been here in the past. So, like, when I saw them, from still getting used to Texas being in the SEC, I was like, man, what are they doing here at SEC Media Day? They're from Texas. I'm like, oh, okay, I got it. Yep. So, you got Texas, you got Texas A&M. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Back in Tyler, there's fans of everybody. Everybody.
Yeah.
It's a big spot.
Probably Oklahoma, too. No,
probably not.
I mean, there's
probably
Oklahoma.
some. There's probably some. We had a strange amount of people in my
You probably
high
had some that became LSU fans, I would assume.
Yeah, I would think so. Yeah, for sure. But I think kind of everybody in Texas, like these cities, we had a lot of people that went to Alabama and Ole Miss out of high school just because of like the SEC draw.
Yeah.
I know, right? We had a bunch of people. Go to Ole Miss.
Avo in the chat. Feel bad? Nah, get good, kid. Alondra, I don't feel bad for people who aren't LSU fans. I'm not saying I feel bad.
Like I said, you felt sorry.
I feel sorry for them.
Yeah.
Like, kind of sucks to be you kind of situation.
He did have some pain, though.
He did. Like, he was going through it. Trials and tribulations.
I feel like we've seen him. I've seen him and, like, shook his hands and, like, exchanged pleasantries probably, like, 15 times this week.
Yeah.
And every time he just starts it off by –
I know.
It's like
every time.
Every time. At least they got something to talk about.
I mean, even if you were on the other side of the bracket, my point was you just got beaten in the championship series. LSU played Arkansas, 5 times last year in baseball and beat them 4?
He took it personal.
Let's not act like that one game in that one instance. You played 5 times and LSU won 4 of them.
Yeah. Hey, threw a no-hitter, though.
Yeah,
pretty good.
Do a no-hitter.
Not bad.
Congratulations on that. All right, we are going to take a break. As I mentioned, Gary Stoken is going to join us, and we're going to talk all things Peach Bowl. We'll talk about some of the kickoff games that they've got coming up this year, kickoff games maybe they have scheduled in the future. He's always got some great LSU stories as well. I'm sure once he finds out that Matt Flynn's here and what Matt did in the Peach Bowl that year, he'll kind of geek out and know, like, the stats of what Matt did in that game against Miami. So we'll have that for you when we come back here on OTB.
Off the bench.
All right, go to Rouses.com. And when you go to Rouses.com, the thing that we always kind of encourage you to do is go check out that weekly ad. See what they have on special. Now, hopefully you took advantage of the 65-year anniversary a week ago that we were telling you about. But that doesn't mean that the deals are going to stop. You go right now, you type in your zip code, it's going to pull up that closest Rouse's Market to you, because that's one of the great things, right? You are going to have those deals in all of those locations. Like right now, you've got boneless London broil steak. You got boneless top round roast, only $5.97 a pound. You got Lorianne peaches, only $2.99 a pound. Go to Rouse's.com.
Peach season, oh my goodness, $2.99 a pound. We got some peaches the other day from Rouse's. They were unbelievable. Wife made a little cobbler. Kidding me? Yeah, we usually, like the grocery store, we wouldn't usually send you to the website route. Go there because you can see the deals. You have the coupons right there. You can see their specials, what they're doing. 65 years, Rouse's local market. You know what it is. Don't go to those national ones. You know what? Go to a local one. And you know why? Because it's better.
They sell Mai too.
And they sell that Mai. Go drink it. But go to Rouse's Market. Go to your nearest one. Get your groceries today. Rouse's.
Bayou Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram is taking $22,500 off MSRP on the brand new 2025 Ram 1500 Laramie with $22,500 off MSRP with a complimentary 7-year powertrain warranty that comes with all new Bayou Automotive vehicles. If you need sales or service, the crew at Bayou Automotive is going to do right by you.
With bold leadership and a growing population, Louisiana is rewarding excellence, attracting high-value companies, and fueling opportunity. Louisiana is winning now, and the sky is the limit. With every region and industry growing across a beautiful state that's more than a culture, it's a community with a quality of life that's more than satisfying. It's sustainable because the Louisiana you thought you knew is better than ever now. Come home, Louisiana.
It's not just a game, it's a religion. You've got your team colors, team swag, and now your very own website. LouisianaSports.net. Everything LSU, Saints, and Pelicans. Sports on demand. In-depth coverage by sports writing pros with continuously updated news. And with the LouisianaSports.net newsletter, you get pinged directly with top trending stories. Best of all, now and always, no paywall. It's free. LouisianaSports.net. Powered by 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge. Your home for Louisiana sports.
ED, low T, or simply seeking to optimize your health and performance? Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness offers a range of discreet services to address your specific needs. We empower men to reclaim their health and confidence. Visit yourgoodwood.com.
At Luba Workers' Comp, our journey began over 30 years ago with a simple belief: our clients come first.
At Luba, our business has always been focused on people, not policies.
Through every success and challenge, we've continued to grow because we've stayed true to our values, committed to providing you with genuine dependability.
Because your well-being is more than a priority. It's our purpose.
Gulf Coast Office Products is a nationally recognized Savin office equipment dealer based right here in Louisiana. Over 100 employees strong, Gulf Coast has the boots on the ground to support all vertical markets, from education, engineering, legal, and finance. With the latest in office technology, from desktop to production segment units, Gulf Coast and Savin have the perfect fit for you. Call 225-756-2644. That's 756-2644 for Gulf Coast Office Products.
River Parish Contractors has immediate openings for structural steel shop fabricators. Call or text Big Jake today at 318-547-1000 or go to rpcontractors.com and click on employment. River Parish Contractors. Let's get building.
Here we go. Can y'all really feel me? Baby girl. East Coast feel me. West Coast feel me. Can you feel us? Dirty South. Dirty, dirty. Can y'all really feel me? Feel it. East Coast feel me. Say what? West Coast feel me. Dirty South. Dirty, dirty, dirty.
Live from the 2025 SEC Football Media Days, powered by Parish Construction and Roofing. Enter now for your chance to win $10,000 cash at parishbuilt.com. Our coverage is also presented by Rev and Relief Windows.
OTB 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge. All right, Alondra, now you're just showing off. Chill out over there. Well done. Gary Stoken joins us now, and we get a chance to catch up with Gary every single year, talk about all the great things they've got going on here in Atlanta for the Peach Bowl, the kickoff games that they've got coming up this year. We will get to all of that, but I told Matt before we started this segment, I was like, I know Gary, and I know he is going to know exactly what you did in 2005 against the Miami Hurricanes, and that was his first start. That was the first chance LSU fans, Gary, got a chance to see what this guy could be.
Well, I think you threw for 2 touchdowns. I think you ran for 70 yards.
I did, yeah.
And
I did.
The last time I was sitting around you guys was 20 years ago in the Georgia Dome.
That's right. That was what a cool moment for me personally, of course. Yeah. But it was an incredible season. 2005. It was the year Hurricane Katrina impacted so many lives in Louisiana, and they say the season started with a hurricane and we ended with a hurricane.
Well, you know what? Yeah. We brought the Sugar Bowl to Atlanta that year. I talked with Paul Holohan and I said, Paul, I know you can't play in the Superdome. And everybody was pounding him about, oh, come here. I said, Paul, look, we'll help you sell tickets. We'll get you office space. We'll do whatever we can. It's your decision. If you want to come up to Atlanta, just know we're going to be here. And they wound up coming up here. We got them office space, sold some tickets for them. And Sugar Bowl was a great game with West Virginia and Georgia. And West Virginia ran them out. Yeah. So that was probably West Virginia's greatest win ever, other than beating Pitt probably up in their backyard brawl up there.
I'm just glad Pitt beat West Virginia our senior year so we could go to the national championship.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
Oh,
that had a big impact on you guys.
That was a very cool game, and I've told you this before, but the Peach Bowl will always mean so much to me because, one, it was a great week. First class, everything y'all did. That. I mean, I'll never stop eating Chick-fil-A because it's just we got all that we
all you can eat.
All you can
Everywhere.
eat. It was like utopia, eating Chick-fil-A whenever
you give a college kid as much Chick-fil-A as he wants, and oh my gosh.
Make him happy, right? That's exactly
it is a dream scenario.
Yes, and so I always – but Matt did get, his first opportunity. And we were we were obviously friends and roommates on the road. And so, to see him get that opportunity, and for me, I didn't know I was going to play running back that day. I was a starting fullback, but I didn't – and then Joe Adai hurts his hamstring after having a big game. We had another running back hurt himself on kickoff. We had another had a missed pass protection or something. And Les is looking at the sidelines. He's like, Hester, get in there. And I'm getting there at running back.
Matt needed you to protect him.
Man, that's right. It was my first time to I played in mop-up duty and some different things. But so in that game,
you both had a huge impact on that game.
In the game, I had an opportunity to play running back behind Andrew Whitworth and this incredible offensive line, right? And so that game allowed me the next spring to kind of be the leader in the clubhouse for the starting running back position after playing fullback my first 2 years. And so, I will never forget the Peach Bowl. I can promise you that.
Great story. Well, I'll never forget that fight afterwards. I'll tell you when who was the wide receiver?
Dwayne Bowe.
Dwayne Bowe's mouthing off at his friends at Miami, and as he takes the ball and runs by your bench, right? I'm standing down in that end zone. And he runs by, gets in the tunnel, and the Miami guys follow him in, his buddies. And obviously I'm not very big. I'm 5'11", but when you get cleats on and guys with pads on and as big as they were, they're in that tunnel, everybody. And I'm shouting to the guy, close the gate. And they were fist fighting in there. It was wild.
It's a wild
I will never forget. And it didn't get too out of control, but it was wild. But I will never forget. You've got all like you said, these just large human beings, all these pads and stuff on. And there was a policeman in there, and when she hit the taser,
she hit the
noise
taser, that's right,
froze everybody.
Exactly,
Were you in there? Were you mixing it up a little bit?
Oh, it was crazy.
I was in the middle of the field because it was right after the game, and so I'm kind of getting interviewed. I think Lynn Swan, somebody that was interviewing me, and all of a sudden I'm like, what's the Miami team doing running that direction? And I was like, what's our team doing running that direction?
I was on the field, when you see your teammates and their team go into a tunnel, you don't ask questions, you go figure it out, and we'll sort it all out later.
At 3 in the morning, I'm in a hospital because the one kid had gashed his head. He had 5 stitches, concussion. So I go over to visit him in the hospital. I get back to the Marriott. I think Miami was in the Marriott, if I remember right. And I'm walking down the hall at like 3, 4 in the morning, and here comes Donna Shillelagh, the AD there.
Mm-hmm.
They had fired Coker that night.
Yeah.
They fired him that night. So that was a
Crazy.
wild evening. Wild game. A lot of good memories, though.
For sure.
Well, how you guys doing? You about ready to
We're doing good.
Day number 4.
It's been a little slow up here. A lot of the energy is not quite
That's
as
why
high.
you're having me up here.
You join us every year. You know that. And you always tell us about the kickoff games.
Yeah, we got 2 good ones
There's
this
2
year.
really good ones,
Yeah.
2 intriguing ones. You've got ACC, SEC, and the whole. I want to get to Virginia Tech, South Carolina. That's the Beamer Bowl. That's going to be very, very cool. Great emotions. But this Syracuse-Tennessee game,
sneaky.
Syracuse and Fran Brown, they're ready. Like, they're not going to back down from a fight. And then Tennessee, with all the different changes they've had, and they made the college football playoff, as we all know, a year ago, and what that program's at and the expectation there, that one right there, if you don't know who Syracuse is and you're just hand-waving it thinking it's going to be an easy win for Tennessee, that's not going to be the case at all. Syracuse kept Miami out of the playoff last year, and they might be better this year than they were a year ago.
Finished in the top 20, had 10 wins.
Yeah.
Both teams. Obviously, Tennessee makes it to the playoff. But, changing quarterbacks is, we're all living in that era now with the transfer portal.
Yeah.
It's all free agency. But tell me about Ricky Collins, because he may be the starter up there at Syracuse.
Yeah, so he's a local kid, from Baton Rouge, and he was very highly touted. I do remember when LSU offered him, it was like at a 7-on-7 event at LSU, and you kind of heard the buzz like, okay, hey, there's this local kid. Like, I know we're recruiting A, B, and C from elsewhere, but you got to come see him. And I'll never forget, like, the LSU coaching staff going to the 7-on-7. He threw like 2 passes, like, yep. Hey, you're staying to talk to him. You're staying to get his commitment. Yeah, I mean, it was right there on the spot. Very talented. Like, just happened to have maybe the nation's best quarterback in front of him in Garrett Nussmeier, and so he wanted to get on the field, wanted to challenge himself. I think it's actually kind of cool. He didn't try to maybe stay in the region. He's like, I want to go to the best situation, and he goes up to Syracuse, New York, and so
great opportunity.
I think he's going to be a good player.
Yeah.
I mean, he was the backup for LSU last year when Nuss would, he went down a couple of plays. I think it was Ole Miss game. Like, he was right there in. So, I mean, he was somebody LSU really valued, and quarterbacks, we know how it is. Like, if you're not playing right now, you go find a spot. But he's a good player, and I'm excited to see him be the guy.
Well, and they got in Jelly from Notre Dame.
Yeah,
that was a late transfer.
It's late, so you wonder what that competition is going to kind of be like, because obviously Ricky's going to have a couple of months on him.
Yeah, so that should be good. And then Tennessee with Aguilar. The trade with Nico,
literally
at UCLA. Who knows what he's going to bring to Tennessee? But they got to get their running back situation with Sampson gone. But Tennessee's going to be very good this year as well.
Gary, I'm really curious just about not the business side, but how these games get scheduled. I mean, last year you had Clemson, Georgia. You've had top 25. You had top 10 matchups in this kickoff game. I think the kickoff game started in 2008.
Right.
How do those discussions go, and how long before those games get scheduled? How do you get these big teams year after year to commit to these games, and how's that partnership work out?
Well, I use a philosophy. I'm an old coach, so I use a philosophy of rocks. You got to have guts, and I don't want to say it on air what you got to have. Right?
We get it.
You have rocks, right? Rocks is building relationships. Is R. O, you got to be opportunistic. C, you got to be competitive, and S, you got to be strategic. So the way I look at things is I'll look at recruiting. I'll look at how long a coach's contract is. You analyze all that stuff to start with. And then just through relationships, you start talking to people. John Wildhack was at ESPN, and we signed a lot of contracts with him, TV contracts at Chick-fil-A Peach Bowl. So when he got the job at Syracuse, he said, Gary, trying to build a program, would love to come, when you can fit us in the kickoff game. Tennessee, we've talked to Danny White. We had him when they won the national championship against Auburn in our Chick-fil-A Peach Bowl when they were at UCF. So you got relationships. I'll tell you the best one, and it relates to LSU, back to you guys, is back in 2000, I get a call from Nick Saban at LSU, and he says, Gary, we're 8-4. The best bowl we can get to is the Peach Bowl. We're trying to build a program here. I think it was his first or second year. We got to get it to the Peach Bowl. And so I fly down. First time and only time I've ever gotten a call from a coach to play in our bowl game. I fly down. I meet with him. I meet with Charlie Weems, who's chairman of the board, and I meet with Mark Emmert, who is chancellor. And they said, we'll do whatever we can. We want to get to your game. So we took Georgia Tech, who was like 13th in the country, and Godsey was their quarterback. And so I fly back, and my job was to pick the team. So I go to my board, and I said, well, we're going to take LSU.
Yeah.
No, we don't want LSU. I said, what do you mean you don't want LSU? And again, this is 2000. I took the job in 98. They said we had LSU in 96 with DiNardo. He wasn't very good. He didn't promote the game.
Yeah.
They got beat by Clemson. They didn't sell any tickets. We don't want LSU back. I said, well, I'm just telling you, the coach, the chairman of the board, and the athletic or the president said they'll do whatever we need to do. So I take LSU. I tell my board, I said, look, if they don't do what they said they're going to do, you can fire me. I was in my second year. I said, I'm putting my job on the line. You can fire me. The first day of ticket sales, they sell 16,421 tickets. I still remember Mr. Gill sold 1,000 tickets and gave yellow shirts to all his employees and said, you get your asses to Atlanta and support the Tigers.
Yeah.
And so LSU came up. Rohan Davey came in the second half, spotted Josh Booty, and hits Josh Reed in the back of the end zone, and they win 28-14.
Yeah.
So I go back on campus, as we've done every year for 28 years, to do a good, the bad, and the ugly, in continual improvement to find out what we need to improve on. And Nick tells me, Gary, every kid that we were recruiting signed with us that year. And that was the Marcus Spears group that won the national championship in 03. So Nick felt indebted.
Yeah.
Fast forward to 08, I'm putting together this kickoff game format because the BCS was going to a fifth game. And us and the Cotton Bowl really put in strong bids. Well, Paul Houlihan, who's a good friend of ours who's since passed away, talked the commissioners into letting the Sugar Rose, Orange, and Fiesta double host.
Yeah.
Where they'd host their game and then 2 weeks later host the national championship on a rotational basis. And so we didn't get in. So the next year the NCAA legislates the 12th game. So I go on my board, I'm competitive again. I said, well, if they're not going to list on the BCS on the back side of the season, we're starting the BCS on the front side of the season. And so I came up with Alabama and Clemson. I get Clemson, who had Spiller and was going to be top 10.
Yep.
And I go to Nick, and I said, Nick, he was in his second year.
Right.
Now, he had finished 7-6.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we played against them.
Beating Louisiana
Monroe beat them,
to get to 7-6 his first year. People don't remember that. And so he said, Gary, you help me out at LSU. I'll help you out and come over in this game. So he came over. They won 34-10, cover of Sports Illustrated. Alabama's back. And if Nick were sitting here, he'd tell you that's the run they've been on was because of this game. And so the next year they come in number 5. Virginia Tech was number 7. Frank Beamer. They beat Virginia Tech. They win the national championship. So, that's long story about how these things get done is relationships, like most things in business. So we've been very blessed to have them.
Fascinating. I know our listeners are going to be that story about 2000. Because that started, like you said, that led to the recruiting class, that led to the 03 national championship. That started this run that LSU is on still today. One of the blue bloods in college football was, Saban being there early on. So that's a fascinating story.
Well, I'll tell you another one
calling.
About LSU when you guys lose in the championship game of the SEC. What year was that?
05.
05. And everybody passes on you.
Yep.
And I said, I can't pass on them. So we're going to – and typically you don't want to come back to Atlanta, right, because you're just playing the SEC championship game. So I take LSU. And that was, getting – Miami was number 10. You guys were number 9.
Yeah.
I go down to LSU to do the press conference. And Les grabs my arm and shakes and says, you have a damn fine team coming to Atlanta. Just about took my shoulder out of socket.
Yep.
And he says, but I need to talk to you. I said, okay. And we go back in his office. It was right before the press conference. He said, Gary, I can't say Chick-fil-A. I said, what do you mean, Les? He says, I have a deal with Raising Cane. I said,
Oh, wow.
Who the hell is Raising Cane? I've never heard of Raising Cane.
Yeah.
They weren't in Atlanta back then.
Yeah.
And he said, well, they're a chicken company.
Yeah.
And I said, well, don't say Chick-fil-A. Just say Peach Bowl. That's fine.
Right.
And you know, Les.
Les.
Typical Les.
Can you come office? I got to tell you.
Yeah, that was it. Yeah. It was like, I thought he was going to say, hey,
gosh.
I'm gonna send nuclear war bombs somewhere, you know, or
That
something.
was Les.
Hey, I gotta talk to you. We gotta meet in your office, in my office. I said, all right.
I expect you to just say that he was about to say, I can't bring my starting quarterback. But no, I got to deal with Gaines.
Kind of wimpy kid from Tyler, Texas. And bring it over there.
So
I knew you guys weren't going to lose that game. When
no.
he shook my hand and said, hey, you got a damn fine team coming to Atlanta.
We beat Miami on the field and in the tunnel. It was a great,
you did.
great day there for the LSU Tiger. Gary, it's always a pleasure
Great
every
to be
single
with you
year.
guys. Thanks so much.
Thank you so much for
Have
your
a
time.
great season.
Pleasure meeting you too.
Looking
Come
forward
see us.
to those
We got
great.
the semifinal this year in the Chick-fil-A Peach Bowl.
I know, and I'll be here.
Yeah.
Atlanta's
come up and
always,
see us.
Atlanta's always on my rotation there for SiriusXM. So I'll be here. Kickoff games: Syracuse, Tennessee, Virginia Tech, and South Carolina. Can't wait for that. Gary Stoken, always good enough to join us. Appreciate
Thanks,
it.
guys.
Absolutely.
Appreciate
All right, we
you.
will take a break. More off the bench. I almost said off game. It's off the bench when we come back here at 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge.
Off the bench.
All right, go to Gulf Coast Office Products website, which is gcopnet.com. And they're in New Orleans, certainly in Baton Rouge, Mandeville, and in Lafayette. And one thing that we always talk about when we talk about Gulf Coast is when you call these numbers on the bottom of the website, right, you're getting a person, and you're getting a person that's ready to help you. And they're going to help you if you got a question, if you're just starting out with them, if you have a concern, right? They're going to help you right there. You're not waiting on a line for somebody that's not there. You're not pressing 7 different buttons to get to somebody and try to get to the bottom line. And they are going to help you in your business. So many they help in the Baton Rouge area. Go to the website gcopnet.com.
Yeah, we're super fired up that Gulf Coast Office Product is now part of the Off the Bench team. Louisiana's leading copier and printer source, proud partners of LSU, the Saints, Pelicans, Raging Cajuns, you name it. They are quality products, and like Jake said, you call them, you get a person, you don't get a recording. So see how they can help your office today, gcopnet.com.
There it is, the extra mile, on the border of expected and extraordinary, for those willing to go further. Like vans customized for work or play, with safety and tech to keep you connected. Supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team, and backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded, because so few have what it takes to go there. Mercedes-Benz Vans.
At Atmos Energy, our smart choice solutions help customers save energy and emissions with rebates up to $500 off high-efficiency natural gas appliances, smart thermostats, and weatherization upgrades. Together, we're fueling our energy future.
Looking for the ultimate game day experience? Come to the Queen Casino in Baton Rouge. Wall-to-wall TVs mean you'll see every touchdown in HD. Place your bets and feel the thrill of every play with our DraftKings Sportsbook. The Queen Casino, where every moment is a win.
Businesses like yours are the soul of our community. You deserve someone who'll deliver the internet services you deserve. That's why local businesses rely on Rev Business, 90 years of building connections. Visit us at letsrev.biz.
These are the luckiest ice cubes in the world. They could have been a thankless bed for an all-you-can-eat salad bar. But instead, they've been called upon to cradle and cool a crisp, refreshing Dos Equis. Looks like the lucky just got luckier. Dos Equis.
Breck teamed up to reimagine your parks, and you imagined big. With your help, we went to work, creating 12 beautiful community parks across the parish. A family-sized water park, miles and miles of trails, and parks just for your dogs. There are more places to splash, to explore, to run wild, and even soar. You imagined, we delivered. Gold. Breck, your #1 park system in the nation.
At Ochsner, we know healing is a team sport. That's why we've partnered with world-renowned orthopedic surgeon Dr. James Andrews to create the Ochsner Andrews.
Live from the 2025 SEC Football Media Days, powered by Parish Construction and Roofing. Enter now for your chance to win $10,000 cash at parishbuilt.com. Our coverage is also presented by Rev and Relief Windows.
All right, welcome back in. OTB 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge. Say Gary Stoken on, talking a little LSU history.
That was fascinating to me. I know you had heard some of those stories.
Yeah, I'd heard it before, and Gary and I get a chance to catch up, but still, look, there's some LSU fans that are first-time OTB listeners. Maybe they get a chance to hear that story. It's always fascinating to me, and Coach Saban and him wanting to get LSU out in front of everybody because, Coach Saban talks about it often. He always felt like LSU was a sleeping giant, and it's not like LSU hadn't had runs and 50s and 60s and the 80s and, well, not the 90s, but they had runs in their history, right?
Yeah,
and so it wasn't, but he knew LSU could be more. He knew LSU could be consistently a blue blood, and that's really one of, the signs and the times you can point to that made that happen. So it's always a very cool story. And again, like for you and I, the Peach Bowl was the biggest moment in our careers to that point, for sure.
Absolutely.
So starters to both of our careers.
Certainly me. That was first start.
That was your first start, and it was my first,
I had dropped a couple of good passes on North Texas that year in the fourth.
I was probably in there with you as well.
Bomb squad.
That was at that time, that was my running back snaps.
Yep.
In there against the mean green.
But that story to me about Nick Saban calling him, that just goes to show you that we all know Nick Saban, greatest coach of all time in college football because of what he could do on the field and the teams. Yeah. But it's those little things behind closed doors that he did to build a program.
Right.
That was so cerebral on the big picture. Like Gary just said, I'd never had a coach call me before.
Right.
And try to get into a game. Because he knew what it could do for them. So, that's just the kind of awareness, cerebral, big picture outlook that it takes to build a program.
Yeah.
And we saw it for over a decade. Nauseatingly with Alabama. Those are just the things. I'm not only on the field, but as a CEO and a runner of a program, pretty impressive and a really, really cool story to hear.
All right, coming up in hour number 3, we're going to hopefully catch up with some Kentucky players. I think Josh Caddis, tight end, is going to come see us. We'll start to get into some of those win totals as well. The teams from yesterday, the teams today. We'll have all that coming back your way. Hour number 3 of OTB on 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge.
Off the bench.
All right, go to centralplumbing.org. Centralplumbing.org is the website. It is the one-stop shop. It is the 24/7, 365 weekend, holiday, game day, does not matter plumbing solution for you. 225-925-8552 is always going to be that number. And again, it does not matter what the situation is. They're going to drop everything. If you're watching LSU and Arkansas play baseball and Arkansas doesn't close it out in the 9th inning, you would think, nobody's going to come during that time, but they would.
Yep.
Anytime you have an issue, they'll be there. Again, 225-925-8552.
Yeah, no matter what it is, no matter what the project or the problem is, 24/7 emergency service. Like I tell you all the time, they've been to my house to fix a commode that wouldn't stop running.
I love that you say commode.
Commode, turlet. They've also been to my factory where they have installed every single piping and gas line there. They can do it all. Like I said, 24/7 emergency service, centralplumbing.org.
There it is, the extra mile, on the border of expected and extraordinary, for those willing to go further, like vans customized for work or play, with safety and tech to keep you connected, supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team, and backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded, because so few have what it takes to go there. Mercedes-Benz Vans.
Man, age is just a number. Don't let it dictate how you feel. Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness has anti-aging services that can help you look and feel your best. Visit yourgoodwood.com and discover a renewed sense of vitality.
At Sunshine, we know what you see when you look at your land. Where others may see dirt, you see the foundation you've built your life on. This, it's hallowed ground. It's past, present, and future. We're proud to provide quality John Deere equipment to help you maintain the land you love. Check out our current promotions and learn more about what it means to be powered by sunshine at sunequip.com.
At Luba Workers' Comp, our journey began over 30 years ago with a simple belief. Our clients come first.
At Luba, our business has always been focused on people, not policies.
Through every success and challenge, we've continued to grow because we've stayed true to our values, committed to providing you with genuine dependability.
Because your well-being is more than a priority. It's our purpose.
Gulf Coast Office Products is a nationally recognized Savin office equipment dealer based right here in Louisiana. Over 100 employees strong, Gulf Coast has the boots on the ground to support all vertical markets, from education, engineering, legal, and finance. With the latest in office technology, from desktop to production segment units, Gulf Coast and Savin have the perfect fit for you. Call 225-756-2644. That's 756-2644 for Gulf Coast Office Products.
Good morning. It's 9 a.m. here on Thursday, July 17th. Today in Baton Rouge, well, you can expect rainy skies all day long with a high of around 88. In hour 3 of today's show, we put a button on SEC Media Days as we wrap things up from out there in Atlanta. If you missed hours 1 or 2 of the show, you can catch it in the on-demand section at 1045ESPN.com. You can also follow us on Twitter or Instagram at OTB_ESPN and watch us on YouTube at the 1045 ESPN channel. Hour number 3 of Off the Bench, live from Atlanta, Georgia for the 2025 SEC Media Days, starts now.
All-Star Toyota presents Off the Bench with Jacob Hester and Matt Flynn.
Hands to Hester, and Hester, yep, got it, 5 out of 5.
From carrying each other to a natty to carrying each other on the air.
Flynn is back to throw from the end zone. Boom!
Live from the Mercedes-Benz of Baton Rouge studio, it's Off the Bench.
All right, welcome back in. Hour number 3 of OTB on 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge. And earlier in the week, we gave you some win totals for day 1 and day 2 teams. Let's go day 3, Alabama, Florida, Mississippi State, and Oklahoma. We'll start off with the Alabama Crimson Tide. It is set at 9.5. Remember, no team in the SEC this year has a double-digit win total. So Alabama at 9.5 right now, one of the top ones, and there's multiple that have 9.5. Georgia and Texas as well, but Alabama, Matt.
I thought Texas and Georgia had 10.5. They don't.
Well, not on the site that I'm looking at. It's
because LSU's 9.5, right?
LSU was 8.5.
8.5. Okay, yeah, all right. That was a point off.
Alabama Crimson Tide 9.5. I'm going under, and I'm going 9-3 for Alabama.
9.
And I know a lot of people, man. I did I was with Dusty and Doran yesterday, and they both loved them. They have them in the playoff. I'm not saying they're going to be a bad team. I think their defense is going to be really good. I've got some questions at running back. I've got some questions, and I know Jam's there, but I need to see the vision develop there. And then for quarterback, it's hard for me to give you 10 wins, 11 wins, 12 wins when I don't know who your guy's going to be behind the center.
Yeah, and that's the big question mark that coming out of this SEC Media Days, talking to different writers and radio folks from different parts of the SEC, and that's the big question. Everybody, there's an unknown. There's a lot of hype in the quarterback class, this quarterback crop in the SEC this year, but there's also a lot of hesitation because there's a lot of unknowns, and certainly Alabama fits that mold. So I'm looking at this too, and I just don't want to be the Carr brothers right now and agree with you.
Check the Carfax.
Check the Carfax.
Their swing game for me is at South Carolina on October the 25th.
Yep. I got that circled as a loss right now.
Me too. So if they win that one, that's the swing game. That's the 10-2 if they beat. But that's going to be Willie B at night. It is going to be rocking. And if Lenora Sellers is still in the Heisman conversation like we talk about, that means things are going well at South Carolina when you're in late October.
Yep. So
I got that as a loss.
Yeah, I mean, of course, we got them losing at Georgia on the road September 27th. That, of course, at LSU.
And they're going to lose. And in my
LSU.
opinion, they lose those two games, and then I've got them losing one of Tennessee, LSU, Oklahoma. One of the three.
They play at Auburn. Of course, you never know what's going to happen in the Iron Bowl. Let me ask you this: Hugh Freeze, head coach Auburn, in the Iron Bowl.
He'll be the coach, but I don't know what that looks like afterwards. But he'll be the coach in that game, yeah.
Got it. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna go Alabama. I'm just gonna say it to be different. I'm gonna say 8-4.
8-4.
Yeah.
So under.
Yeah, I'm gonna go under.
All right. All right. I like it. I don't hate it.
It's just for the sake of a little parody here.
Yeah. All right. Let's go to the Florida Gators.
The Florida under.
6.5.
They're going over.
6.5 right now is the win total for the Florida Gators. I think they're an 8-4 football team, so I'll say over. I think Florida's an 8-4 team. They've got some wins. They got a loss that they can't explain type deal. 8-4 for the Florida Gators. 6.5 is real low.
6.5 seems really, especially with what DJ Lagway did last season in his time and seeing him. And, I mean, you got to give them at least one extra win because of the skull-crushing grip strength.
Yes.
Of their defensive linemen. I'm going to go over. I think they're an 8-win football team. I agree with you. They're going to have that loss that you can't explain.
Yeah.
But they're also going to have that win where they're like,
the other team can't explain.
And Billy said it yesterday. Billy, kind of boring listening to on his press conference. A lot of coaches speak, a lot of 1 week at a time. Got to chop wood, blah, blah, blah. But he did say it wasn't pretty early, but at times at the end of the season, we were playing as good a football as anybody was.
Yeah,
and they kind of backed it up, right?
Those 4 games in a row, yeah.
So if they can keep that momentum going at the beginning of the year, they're absolutely an 8-win. But, what'd you say, 6.5 was the total?
6.5.
That's pretty low for this Florida Gator team.
I agree. I think they're closer. They're closer to 8.
I think 7.5 would probably be a fair,
for me.
fair number.
So I wanted to make sure. That's why I went 8-4, not like 7-5. So I think 8-4. I actually think they're.
Don't forget about Long Island University in that first game.
Sharks.
Pretty strong this year. They got a lot of transfers. They hit that NIL hard. They actually had $34 this year to spend in NIL.
And they spent every cent.
Every single cent of it.
Oklahoma, 6.5. I'm going over. I know it's like, guys, somebody's got to lose games.
Somebody's got to lose, right?
Well, they're going to be at least 7-5.
I think we went under on every day 2 team. So I think that's where we catch up.
Okay, Oklahoma's 6.5. Oklahoma's winning 7 games this year.
All right, well, I got to find their schedule.
At minimum. Well, once you find it, be ready.
To go over?
Well, I think they are going to be a much improved football team. But all right,
I think we're both John Mateer fans.
We are,
and I think that he has kind of got the potential. Nobody knows what's going to really happen. Oh, let's see here.
I hadn't seen a quarterback with that much moxie since Jonathan Moxon.
And don't forget about that sweet neutral site game they have early on.
It's pretty much on the road against Temple. It's in Philly.
Doing?
I mean, it's just not their stadium. It's Lincoln Financial. The Eagles aren't even at home that week. They're in Kansas City. So I was like, well, maybe it's like a 2 for you go Oklahoma, then Jalen Hurts on Sunday.
Right.
Nope.
No, we're just going to play.
We're just going to play in Philly.
We do a lot of recruiting in the Philadelphia area.
Yeah.
High school kids. So we got to have a presence. They're 7-5. Over.
All right, so we're over on Florida, over on Mississippi State. We were both under on Alabama. Let's go Mississippi State. And
oh boy,
I'm trying to think like where they were. Yeah, they're number 16, 3.5 wins.
Yikes.
3.5 wins for the Bulldogs.
Who are we playing? Let's see. At Southern Miss to start. At home versus Arizona State, Alcorn State, Northern Illinois. Phew. So 2 of those 3.5, Vegas and Alcorn State, Northern Illinois.
Look, but if they go Southern Miss, Alcorn State, Northern Illinois, that's 3. Now, Toledo did go into Starkville last year and kind of embarrassed them. Like, it was like 41-17.
Yep.
So I guess you can't assume, I guess, with the Northern Illinois game, but that's a low total. So if they win those, then they just got to win one more game in the SEC.
Yeah, and so they're playing, and their other games in the SEC are Tennessee, A&M, Florida, Texas, Georgia, at Missouri, at Arkansas, home at Ole Miss to end the year. So where are they picking one off? At Arkansas?
Can they beat at Arkansas? Can they get Tennessee at home?
Texas A&M, maybe? I mean, where are we finding one?
Because Arizona State's going to be a favorite in that game. I mean, even on the road.
I got to think Arizona State wins that one.
Yeah. Sam Levitt, Jordan Tyson.
So are we under in this 3.5? I don't want to do that to them, but because I really enjoyed our conversations with them.
I know. I think they get one. They get an SEC win. They win those 3 other non-conference games.
4-8.
And they're 4-win team.
Riz, we just went over Mississippi State.
So over 3.5. Over 3.5 on Mississippi State. So under on Alabama, over on Florida, over on Oklahoma, and 4-8 get you the over at Mississippi State.
Just bank it. Mississippi State going to make people rich out there. Those futures.
All right, we'll step away when we come back. It is Arkansas, Kentucky, Missouri, Texas A&M. We'll give you some of those win totals as well. We'll do it right here on OTB.
Off the bench.
All right, go to getgordon.com. Gordon McKernan Injury Attorneys throughout the state of Louisiana. We're talking Shreveport, Monroe, Alexandria, Lake Charles, Lafayette, Houma, New Orleans, Baton Rouge, anywhere here in this state. It doesn't have to be the big cities, right? Talk about, let's go Minden, Louisiana. Yeah, we're talking to you. Let's go to DeRidder. We're talking to you anywhere in the state. Leesville. Talking to you, okay? So it is getgordon.com, but always remember, it is your area code in Louisiana, followed by 888-8888. Get Gordon and get it done.
Hey, Gordon McKernan Injury Attorneys. Let them fight for you because you know what? Accidents happen. People get injured, okay? So whether it's in the car, whether it's at work, whether it's walking down the street, whatever it is, give them a call. See how they can help you. See if they can help you. Go to their website. See testimonials, how they've helped other people all over the state of Louisiana. Anywhere in Louisiana, it's your area code, 888-8888. Get Gordon, get it done, getgordon.com.
Parish Construction and Roofing.
This is Coach Kim Mulkey. Go to parishbuilt.com for all of your roofing needs.
From your hometown, parishbuilt.com. You gotta believe in a dream. Believe. You gotta believe in a dream. Believe. You gotta believe. My whole team on wild.
These are the luckiest ice cubes in the world. They could have been a thankless bed for an all-you-can-eat salad bar. But instead, they've been called upon to cradle and cool a crisp, refreshing Dos Equis. Looks like the lucky just got luckier. Dos Equis.
Breck teamed up to reimagine your parks, and you imagined big. With your help, we went to work, creating 12 beautiful community parks across the parish. A family-sized water park, miles and miles of trails, and parks just for your dogs. There are more places to splash, to explore, to run wild, and even soar. You imagined, we delivered. Gold. Breck, your #1 park system in the nation.
At Auctioner, we know healing is a team sport. That's why we've partnered with world-renowned orthopedic surgeon Dr. James Andrews to create the Auctioner Andrews Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute. Whether you're a professional athlete or a weekend warrior, our team of specialists are dedicated to getting you back in the game. So whatever your reasons are for reaching your personal best, we've only got one. You. Auctioner Andrews Institute. Long live you.
At Luba Workers' Comp, our journey began over 30 years ago with a simple belief. Our clients come first.
At Luba, our business has always been focused on people, not policies.
Through every success and challenge, we've continued to grow because we've stayed true to our values, committed to providing you with genuine dependability.
Because your well-being is more than a priority. It's our purpose.
At Atmos Energy, our Smart Choice solutions help customers save energy and emissions with rebates up to $500 off high-efficiency natural gas appliances. Smart.
Live from the 2025 SEC Football Media Days, powered by Parish Construction and Roofing. Enter now for your chance to win $10,000 cash at parishbuilt.com. Our coverage is also presented by Rev and Relief Windows.
All right, welcome back in. OTB 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge. All-Star Toyota of BatonRouge.com is the website for you. Guessed it, All-Star Toyota of Baton Rouge. Buying new, leasing, and renting. They've got everything available. So if you need something bigger, if you need something better on gas mileage, if you're looking for that rental for your trip, if you're going on the baseball, volleyball, basketball tournament trip and you got some extra gear in the back that doesn't fit in your everyday vehicle, go ahead and rent that Toyota. Call Miss Lisa Sessions today. All-Star Toyota of Baton Rouge.com. All right, we're continuing on with our win totals. Arkansas, Kentucky, Missouri, Texas A&M, Arkansas, Matthew, Clayton, Flynn set at 5.5. And we were talking about it. We were like right there in that. I think it'd be 6 wins, 5 wins, 7 wins.
I know. A lot of we're making a lot of noises trying to do this because we're doing it on the spot, people. This isn't an overly prepared thing where we're just giving you stock answers.
Well, if we did that,
you're
that'd be
seeing
boring.
how the sausage is made here.
Hey,
a lot of groans.
I'm going to go 6 wins because of this, that, and the other. No.
Yeah, I'm guaranteeing that they beat Notre Dame on September 27th.
Yeah, that's not going to happen.
Not going to happen. Talk about at Memphis, man. That at Memphis game.
I think they lose that game.
I know.
I think they're a 5-win team.
Think they're 5 wins.
I think they're a 5-7 team. I'm going under with Arkansas.
I'm gonna. So it's 5.5.
It's 5.5.
All right, I'm gonna go over. I'm gonna go 6 and 6 only because we have a second-year offensive coordinator and a second-year quarterback coming back. So I'm gonna give them a little credit that they can get all those transfers in line, and a proven really good offensive mind. So I'm gonna give them 6.
Let's go to Kentucky, 4.5 for the Kentucky Wildcats. Look, my guy Mark Stoops is going into his 13th season. We said it 100 times already. Most tenured coach in the SEC. Kentucky is not going to be the 10-win team that they've been in the past, and had some of those players and Lynn Bowden and some of those, Will Levis when he was there in 2021, where they just were a completely different team. They don't have that roster. They got more than 4.5 wins, though. I'm going to go over in Kentucky and Mark Stoops.
You're a big Mark Stoops guy. I get
Always
it.
have been.
I know. Okay. All right. I'm going to go with you. I'm going to go over. They're going to get it done first. Yeah, I'll go over. I'll give them 5. Why not?
I feel like it pains you to do that because you always hate on me for loving Kentucky.
No, I do. I think we're going to get their tight end over here for an interview. So just for that, because he was nice, I'm going to give him an extra win. I wanted to say 4. Over.
Okay.
Count it. I mean, it's not even a guess.
Let's go.
It's a promise.
All right, let's go to Texas A&M. They are set at 7.5.
Okay.
Texas A&M Aggies 7.5. Last year they were 8-5.
Okay. Well, I think that I think we're probably even right now on our overs and unders.
Yeah.
I believe that. So the more I talk to people around here, and of course we talked to Billy Alucci yesterday, who is very high on Marcel.
Billy's going to be high on most Aggies.
Yeah. I'm gonna go over with them.
All right, so if they go over, all right, let's go. So UTSA win, Utah State win, Notre Dame at Notre Dame. Let's say that's a loss. Okay, Auburn at home, I'll give them a win there. 3, Mississippi State, if you give them a win there. All right, so now you're up to 4. Florida can't give you that right now. At Arkansas, if I give you that one, okay, now you're 5. I don't like you at LSU. At Missouri, don't like you there either. South Carolina at home, don't know about that one. Samford, I'll give you 6. And at Texas. They got work to
6.
They got work to do. Well, I'm not saying that they're going to lose, but they'd have work to do.
Yeah,
I think they're a 7-win football team.
Well, like you said earlier, South Carolina they have in November.
South Carolina is like the team for like a lot of people.
If Lenores is in the Heisman contention, that means they're having a pretty good year.
Yeah.
So they're gonna. I mean, they do have Florida at home. You didn't give them that one.
I didn't give them that one. That was kind of a swing game.
I might give them that one.
Okay.
I think I'm gonna give them that one.
So
and then the swing game to me is going to be either Missouri or South Carolina.
Yeah.
And they're at Missouri. That's going to be tough, but they are at home. They like it or not. Whatever personally you think about the yell leaders and yell practice, the midnight yell practice, it is a pretty tough place to play.
Yeah, it is.
And there's a lot of people. They are very passionate. Whether you don't like their passion, the way they do it, I get it. A little bit dorky, a little bit nerdy, but it's still there.
Yeah.
So I'm going to give them a couple of those home wins. So I'm going to say my swing games for them are Missouri and South Carolina. I'm going to say they take one of them to get over.
All right, let's go to the Missouri Tigers. They are also set at 7.5. This one's easy for me. I'm going over. 7.5, okay? So Central Arkansas win. I think Kansas at home win. Louisiana Lafayette at home win. South Carolina at home, pushing that one to the side. UMass at home, win. So we're at 4. You get Alabama at home. Okay, let's push that one to the side. You've got at Auburn and at Vanderbilt. You're getting one of those wins, I think, for sure. All right, you've got Texas A&M at home. I'm actually giving you a win there. Sure. Mississippi State at home. I'm giving you a win. You play at Oklahoma, at Arkansas. I think you win one of those games as well. I easily can get them to 8 in my mind.
And they're 6.5.
They're 7.5.
7.5. Okay.
But I can't come on here all week and talk about Missouri being my sleeper team and then go under 7.5. I believe with the schedule, with how it lays out, they don't go on the road until October the 18th. They open up on August the 28th, and they don't hit the road until October the 18th. If you can't build up equity during that period, you can't build up equity.
You start the game with 6 home games and a bye week.
Never seen that before in my life.
I don't think that's ever happened before.
I know they're very thankful that it did.
Yeah, I'm going to
I love your That's my buying time.
That's my buying time. I kind of was going to go with your number, but again, don't want to be like you. And just because I still don't believe they are in the SEC, we're going to go under.
You've always said that. Hey, I'm going to go tell Eli right now. Say, Eli.
Coach, what conference you in?
This guy right here says, 1, you're not in the SEC, and 2, he's taking you under 7.5 wins. He's right there. He's talking to Cole. Cole's kept him way too long. I was trying to go get him over there, and Cole's.
You can't threaten me with those. You can't threaten me with running and telling a coach what I said.
No, I didn't say tell. I want you to explain to him.
I'm going to be like, all right, Coach, I'm going to go. I say, Jacob gave you these games. I'm not giving them to you.
Yeah.
You're going to, UMass, pretty good team. The Minutemen?
They went on the road last year and played them there.
Coach, how did you get away with scheduling 6 home games in a row to start the season?
That's good scheduling.
That is good scheduling. Smart.
So Eli at Missouri, he gets there in 2020, 5-5. The next year, 6-7. The next year, 6-7. And they lost bowl games in those years, obviously, to have that losing record. But then in 2023, when it all kind of came together, they were 11-2, won the Cotton Bowl. A lot of people don't realize, Matt, they were 10-3 last year. So, they continue to win these games, and I'm going to take them. I'm going to take the over. They are the surprise team for me in the SEC.
Let's go. I'm excited about it. I hope you're right, because traditionally when you do, you diagnose these things because of your job with Sirius. You have to take a pretty in-depth look to everybody. I just kind of got to look at LSU and the teams they're playing that week and stuff. But, you have to know everybody in the whole country. So, traditionally, your sleepers have been pretty on point. So, kind of hard to go against you on that. I do know, personally, you like Coach Drinkwitz.
I do.
So, I don't know if, you got any bias here because of it. But,
right.
Traditionally, your picks are pretty good on the sleepers.
5-3 and that 10-3 too in the SEC. You know what I mean? So, that means something as well.
Mm-hmm.
You got 5 of your wins in the SEC. It wasn't, all just
I know. And it pains me to hear
schools in the SEC.
I think they should all be vacated.
Because you don't believe they belong in the conference?
Exactly.
You've got is that a Texas thing? You got a problem with
no
Mizzou?
idea. I don't know what
is it because the old Big 12
one thing I
beef?
said years ago, and then I just keep saying it because, why not?
All right. That is going to, let's see. Arkansas, we went under. Kentucky, we went over. Missouri, I went over. You went under. A&M, I went under. You went over.
Yep.
All right, there we go. So that's
a
all.
A lot of that dictates because of that game. A&M versus Missouri game.
That is all 16 teams. Let's put out a graphic.
We don't really know.
Let's be a graphic.
We really don't know mathematically if these predictions can even happen.
Probably not. But let's put out a graphic. We'll have my big mug on one side, your big mug on the other. We'll have every team in the middle, and we'll have the win total, and it'll be over, under, over, whatever. So we can keep track and we can talk trash throughout the season.
Let's compete.
All right.
Let's compete.
Let's also take a break. More OTB when we come back here. 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge.
Off the bench.
You know what's hot in the streets?
What?
Go into dosekis.com. Grab an ice cold Dos Equis.
Just put your age, your birthday right there. It'll tell you everything you need to know.
Grab a Dos Equis. It is always a great time to go for Dos. If you are at the beach, pool, river, lake, does not matter. If you're just here, SEC Media Days, having some good times with some former teammates, some colleagues as well, it is always a great time. And so we've been thrilled to be on the Dos Equis team. You will not be disappointed because, again, always and forever, no situation is going to be a bad time to go for Dos.
Yeah, and it's Thursday. It's the last day of Media Day. We're about to have airport beer. I'm going to go on a little.
You're going to the beach.
I'm going to the beach. I'm going to have me a little beach beer. And we've been here, I think, we walk by the bar in the hotel lobby, and, we're starting to know the bartender. Hey, Dos Equis?
Yeah.
We're the Dos Equis guys. We don't just preach it. We
actually
believe
go for Dos?
Go for Dos. So go check it out today. Go get you some. Go get them iced down for the weekend. DosEquis.com.
When it comes to industrial construction, River Parish Contractors can do it all. Mechanical, structural, custom fabrication, specialized welding, and turnaround services. Strategically located in between Baton Rouge and New Orleans, we have the local team with the experience and commitment to safety to manage the most complex industrial projects. Period. Here's the deal. Partnering with us means your project is delivered on time, on budget, and most important, safely. River Parish Contractors, let's get building.
There it is, the extra mile, on the border of expected and extraordinary, for those willing to go further, like vans customized for work or play, with safety and tech to keep you connected, supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team, and backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded, because so few have what it takes to go there. Mercedes-Benz Vans.
Parish Construction and Roofing.
This is Coach Kim Mulkey. Go to parishbuilt.com for all of your roofing needs.
From your hometown, parishbuilt.com.
Businesses like yours are the soul of our community. You deserve someone who'll deliver the internet services you deserve. That's why local businesses rely on Rev Business, 90 years of building connections. Visit us at letsrev.biz.
The Windsor Senior Living Community in Mandeville, Louisiana is a beautiful, vibrant apartment community geared toward seniors. They are nestled right in the heart of Mandeville, where seniors live a more carefree lifestyle in spacious apartments with the peace of mind that comes from having a little extra help. Call the Windsor at 985-624-8040 to schedule a lunch and tour. Come see how the Windsor can be your passport to peace of mind.
ED, low T, or simply seeking to optimize your health and performance? Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness offers a range of discreet services to address your specific needs. We empower men to reclaim their health and confidence. Visit yourgoodwood.com.
At Sunshine, we know what you see when you look at your land. Where others may see dirt, you see the foundation you've built your life on. This, it's hallowed ground. It's past, present, and future. We're proud to provide quality John Deere equipment to help you maintain the land you love. Check out our current promotions and learn more about what it means to be powered by sunshine at sunequip.com.
Trying to do what I'm doing, but you can't. So I do what I do my way. What about you? Huh? Come on! I do any and everything you want to make your girl say, ooh, ooh.
Live from the 2025 SEC Football Media Days, powered by Parish Construction and Roofing. Enter now for your chance to win $10,000 cash at parishbuilt.com. Our coverage is also presented by Rev and Relief Windows.
All right, welcome back in. OTB 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge. And we've had, I know my man Drink's been up there on the stage. I think Mark Stoops is next, and then you'll have Arkansas and Texas A&M kind of finish it up there. And so I know Flynn's going to be, you don't get to go down there with your pen and paper.
I know. This is the first day I'm not going to get to go down there. I've actually really enjoyed going into the big room and sitting down and listening to the head coaches speak, and I hadn't got to hear everybody, of course, in the afternoon, but I've heard quite a few of them just kind of talk, answer questions, and it's been pretty good. Napier was a little bit boring, but they all kind of are on their initial address before the questions is really where it kind of like starts getting a lot better. I'm not going to say that everybody down there asks good questions. There's been some real dumb ones.
Yeah.
But you know what?
There's something
that
I asked down there, and I'm like, hey, fella.
There's something like, so me and
what you
Hunt were down there a couple times, standing next to each other in the back, and like a couple questions, and me and Hunt just look at each other like, what?
Is it?
No, if I ask questions, I'd probably get that too.
Yeah, is it like
good or
too
terrible?
long? Is it like, talk to me about questions, which I'm not a big fan of, like, hey, talk to me about your quarterback, or talk to me about your schedule. Like, we'll give them something to talk about within the schedule, and then if they happen to continue to go there, like, let it happen organically.
Yeah, there's a lot of times where they just, like, wax poetically about their own opinion and then ask the coach to, like, confirm their opinion.
Yeah.
Or, like, maybe let him answer that one.
Yeah.
A lot of people, of course, doing their job, it's, there's a coach from, maybe it's Kirby Smart, and a reporter from Arkansas. I'm giving examples. Ask, like, hey, you had a guy transfer to us last year. Tell me about him. And, like, how excited should we be about him? That's always a little bit strange question.
Yeah, it is. And we were talking about this yesterday, but it is a strange question. And you could be like, well, it's not out of line. I'm not saying it's out of line. I'm just saying, like, within that moment, that coach is not going to want to talk about a player that he lost to your school, because media days, it's so much about the guys that he brought here for his team, those 3 players, but also you're selling your team. You're selling your guys right now. So, he's going to want to talk about the 3 players that he brought here and anybody on his team. And I know that it's just so common now to have, all these different guys, to lose guys. I understand all of that. But it's like, they're here to talk about their guys, and they're here to talk about their
especially
team.
in the big room. Like maybe if you get them like one-on-one or something, a little bit more susceptible. But anyway, I didn't keep track of like all the but there's been some great questions. There's been respect to all the people down there. Like, I mean, shoulders like
had
boulders.
His arm up.
Shoulders
3 days.
like boulders. We're going to be next Tuesday. He's still going to have his arm
I can't
up.
see the front of that human, but I can tell by the hard tuck. That's Hunt Palmer. And that light blue shirt there on the right. That's a hard tuck. That's Hunt. Yeah, that's Hunt. Confirmed. He turned around. I can tell by the hard, tight tuck of that polo he's got in there. That's Hunt Palmer. Hunt down there.
I thought Hunt would get a couple more hands in the air questions this week.
Hasn't?
Hadn't? Well, I hadn't seen it. Maybe he has. I hadn't seen it. But Marler's been down there just holding it down for Baton Rouge.
Does it make you more nervous or more?
Eli went down there.
What?
Eli went down there to the big stage.
More nervous or more confident that everyone's kind of high on LSU? Because
really good question. Really good.
For
question.
us, if we come on here, and I've got LSU 10-2, but if we come on here, I can understand why. Yeah, I'm like, okay, well, yeah, those guys played for LSU. They're going to give them the benefit of the doubt in one game instead of 9-3. They go 10-2, and maybe we do. But I try to look at the schedule. I try to give you what I truly feel like. The opener, I'm not giving LSU that one right now. Like, until you prove me wrong, I can't give myself over to you again.
Like,
but
spiritually, emotionally, we just can't do it.
Right.
Like,
but I do think that it's a 10-2 football team. Okay. Does it make you feel better or worse than everybody else? Be it Cole Kubiak, be it Chris Doring, be it John Neighbors, be it Hey Dad. I mean, like everybody that we talk to is like, man, I got your Tigers going far. Like a little bit of me is like, I don't know, a little bit.
Yeah, there is that element to it. Of course, we would feel terrible if nobody was talking about it as well. But there's always that threat that if people are talking about you, not necessarily a jinx, but that trickles down to the locker room. You just never want to have that team that reads its own press clippings, thinks too highly of itself. But I can tell you one thing. I would rather have all this hype with proven commodities than all the hype like Texas and Georgia with some guys that aren't. And I'm pretty much talking about the quarterback position, but Texas lost a lot. I'd rather have our hype with a proven commodity than those teams without that guy that has gone out there and proven it in the SEC week in, week out, and shown that he can not only handle it, but handle it real well. So I'd rather the hype that goes along with that. Because look, Texas to Georgia deservingly are being talked up and have the highest, like the win total going into the season. So, rightfully so, because they've earned it. They've earned those rights. They played well last year, made the playoffs, all of that. But LSU is talked about right there with them.
Yeah.
But we have that proven guy. So, yes, I'm nervous, but I would rather be nervous this way than nervous with Georgia. Be like, man, I hope Gunner's that guy. Yeah. I hope Arch is that guy. Well, we already know.
It does give you a confidence when you have it figured out at the key position. It does. When his weapons are who they are, that gives you confidence as well. Mm-hmm. The offensive line, and I'll say this because I want to be transparent. I'm putting a lot of stock in this offensive line. I'm not saying they're going to be the best in the league by any means, but I'm putting a lot of faith in them because they got 15 bowl practices. Now, you had Miles Frazier there, which he was kind of like a coach on the field. We talked to him at the Senior Bowl. That's how he took that week. But you had 15 practices to be the squad, to be the guys, to go into a bowl game against a Baylor team that had won multiple games, 4 games, I think, in a row to that point, something in that nature. And they played really well in that game. I think that helps them. So the first time that they're going against an opponent is not on the road, Clemson, South Carolina. Like, I think having that experience where they were the guys for 2 weeks and then played a game, I'm not saying it's going to make them last year's offensive line, but I'm putting a lot of faith in those practices and that game. And we'll see where the transfers end up. You go get one from Northwestern, you get one from Virginia Tech. Right now, we are July the 17th, and I could not go left to right and tell you for certain who the offensive line is.
Yep.
They have pieces. They have different guys that they can move around. They can make a great starting five. I can't tell you who that is right now. And I'm typically July 17th, I can almost give you everything. I can't speak in absolutes on the offensive line.
Yeah, and I think we're making a lot of assumptions that our offensive line is going to prove out to be good, above adequate, maybe great. You don't know where it's going to be, but we're making the assumption that this coaching staff, the ability to recruit at LSU, being that high program year in, year out, and being able to have really good offensive lines the last 5, 6, 7 years, year in, year out. So we're making assumptions that it's going to be plenty good to keep you competitive and to run the football well, improve on the running game from last year, but then also be able to keep Nuss clean. So we're making a lot of assumptions. We get that. Of course, if the line ends up not being very good, it's going to be hard to achieve any goal that we have.
All right, Matt, so I'll throw this one to you because you know this way better than I do as far as the offensive line, if they're struggling. And a two-parter here, a little two-part question for you. The mentality of a quarterback when you know you don't have as much time as you normally do. How do you make sure that you try to stay within the frame of your game? And then the second part of it is, if you do have a bad offensive line, what are some things that you can do to try to hide them?
Yeah, I mean, this could be a 5-hour discussion, like film session review.
We got about 18 minutes left in the show.
But it's I think a lot of it falls on the shoulders of the offensive coordinator. You protect your quarterback. It's just like in the NFL with a young quarterback. You protect them early, and you protect them. You move the pocket, whether it's sprint outs or rollouts, or maybe just shifting the pocket over a little bit.
Yeah.
You move the pocket. You get balls into receivers' hands and running back hands quickly. You establish a running game, so then you can play action. And what you want to try to do is keep the defense guessing on what they're trying to do on offense. So as a defensive end, am I moving laterally? Am I trying to rush up the field? Am I trying to stiff arm the offensive tackle and get my hands up because it's quick game? You want to keep them guessing. And on offense, it's so vital that you stay on schedule. And what I mean by on schedule, the down and distance. Never get in a 2nd and 10. Never get in a 3rd and long. Because once you get off schedule, that puts you in obvious passing, obvious drop back situations to where that defense can pin their ears back, get creative, and really expose a weaker offensive line. Now, other things that you can do to stop it, of course, there is bringing people into. I'm never a big fan of like the 7-8 man protection and just run 2 people.
Yeah.
I think we were destroying that. Was that Jaden's first year that we were doing that?
It might have been like a year before then.
It might have been. Like, we were killing it. It was just awful. It was brutal.
Okay, real quick. When you think, okay, we can't block for the quarterback, and so many people are like, add bodies, add a tight end, add a back, that makes a 7-man protection. A little Alondra 101 here. You've got the 5 offensive linemen, the back to the tight end. That's what makes the 7. And they're just patrolling the area. They got their arms out, like looking for problems instead of just creating solutions, which is getting out into a route. Like that does the quarterback no favors, because now you've got a 7-man protection and you've got a quarterback. That's 8 people. How many people matter out in an actual route?
And 7, well, you got to do the math. 7-man protecting plus 1 quarterback. That's 8 people. That means you got 3 people on a route.
You got 3 people, and they're covering them with at least 6.
At least. And then you turn. Then LSU did it. 8-man protection. Let's do the math there. 8-man protecting, 1 quarterback. That means at least 2 people to run a route. And then, I mean, at bare minimum, you got 4 people covering 2.
Yeah.
So the solution always is get the ball out of your hand, keep defensive line guessing. Yeah, you can chip with tight ends. You can give a little help to a tackle if if it's a 3rd and long situation, and you know it's passing, and you're going against a badass defensive end. Chip them with a running back, chip them with a tight end, but still get them out, because if the quarterback's getting pressure, you always want to have outlets. You want to have answers as a quarterback to what they're doing, and the answer cannot always be, or ever really, let's just put more people into block and patrol this area just in case we need it, because you try to throw to 2 people when 5 people are covering. Not that easy.
Yep. So I am a big fan. Get him out in the route. 6-man if you want to, with the back with a route tag to it. And if his guy doesn't come, get out. But, don't stay there and just cloud it up for the quarterback.
But I expect to see early on against Clemson, I expect to see, because that offensive line will be a little improvement, I expect to see some screen routes, whether some bubbles or some nows, whatever it is. Get Garrett moving, maybe a play action, roll out, a quick pass to the tight end. I expect to see early on in the Clemson game that ball coming out of Garrett's hands fast. Why? It's going to settle everybody down. As soon as I explain the zone, like quarterbacks and offenses when they get into the zone and they can see the whole field. Early in the season, early in a game, it's like you have tunnel vision. Like you can see the middle of the field. You don't have your peripherals. If you complete a pass, whether it's for 1 yard, whether if it's 2 yards, whatever it is, that your peripherals expand a little bit. Okay, now I'm seeing a little bit more. You complete another one, expands a little bit more. And as you go, it slows down. You see the whole field. If early in the game you try to throw it down the field and you're unsuccessful, it shrinks. It shrinks, and you keep trying to press your vision of the field. So I'd expect, let's get our offense into rhythm, quick passes, try to establish a running game early, hit them with a play action, and then cut the offense loose.
Yeah, it's great stuff, and I think, those are things that if you're not able to hold up in protection, you'd love to see LSU get done. You'd love to see them kind of change maybe the way they're doing some of those things. But, look, let's just hope that they don't have to worry about that. Let's hope they find the right mixture of 5. But, again, we're
going to assume that they are.
Yeah, there's things you can do, right, in protection to maybe try to cover up some of those things. So, all right, we'll take our last break of the week here at Media Days. Wrap it up here when we come back live from Atlanta. It is OTB.
Off the bench.
All right, go to All-Star Toyota of BatonRouge.com, All-Star Toyota of BatonRouge.com. Buying new, leasing, renting, everything is available. Go check out what they have as far as, the midsize SUVs, multiple options. They got the Sequoia full-size SUV. They got the Sienna minivan. You can get the Murdered Out minivan. You'll be the only one in town now. They got multiple trucks, multiple sedans, multiple everything, multiple options over at All-Star. And that is buying new, that is leasing, that is renting. Go see them today. Call Miss Lisa Sessions in that rental department. It is All-Star Toyota of BatonRouge.com.
Yeah, I see you over there listening to the radio. You know who you are. You're thinking about it. You're thinking about that new car. It's time to trade in what I'm driving around. Go see their website. Go visit them, allstartoyotabatonrouge.com, to see what they actually have on the lot on the website. Visit it, what they have live, and then get that buyback, that trade-in value process started right there. See what your car is worth. See what kind of deal you can get. Call them today. Go visit them. Go visit the website, allstartoyotabatonrouge.com.
Baton Rouge's home for real rock. It's Eagle 98.1. Foo Fighters. Led Zeppelin. AC/DC. Pearl Jam. And the flagship home for LSU sports. Take us anywhere with the Eagle 98.1 app. Eagle 98.1 is the rock station.
There it is, the extra mile, on the border of expected and extraordinary, for those willing to go further, like vans customized for work or play, with safety and tech to keep you connected, supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team, and backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded, because so few have what it takes to go there. Mercedes-Benz Vans.
Man, age is just a number. Don't let it dictate how you feel. Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness has anti-aging services that can help you look and feel your best. Visit yourgoodwood.com and discover a renewed sense of vitality.
At Luba Workers' Comp, our journey began over 30 years ago with a simple belief. Our clients come first.
At Luba, our business has always been focused on people, not policies.
Through every success and challenge, we've continued to grow because we've stayed true to our values, committed to providing you with genuine dependability.
Because your well-being is more than a priority. It's our purpose.
Gulf Coast Office Products is a nationally recognized Savin office equipment dealer based right here in Louisiana. Over 100 employees strong, Gulf Coast has the boots on the ground to support all vertical markets from education, engineering, legal, and finance. With the latest in office technology from desktop to production segment units, Gulf Coast and Savin have the perfect fit for you. Call 225-756-2644. That's 756-2644 for Gulf Coast Office Products.
Flight by Yingling is raising the bar by crafting the next generation of light beer. With only 2.6 carbs and 95 calories, this is premium refreshment 6 generations in the making. Flight by Yingling. Raise the bar.
Here goes out to all the babies, mamas. Baby mamas. Yeah, go like this. I'm sorry, Miss Jackson. Ooh, I am for real.
2025 SEC Football Media Days, powered by Parish Construction and Roofing. Enter now for your chance to win $10,000 cash at parishbuilt.com. Our coverage is also presented by Rev and Relief Windows.
All right, welcome back in. One final segment here.
Hey, look, my hi-hats been popular this week.
They have been very popular.
They're great hats. Actually, you can buy the white ones, I believe, on the website. And I got these new colors, like the one I got. It's not on the website yet. We'll get it up there. They've been popular, though.
Don't worry. I plan on stealing at least one more white one.
There's a lot of athletes here, and they're like, yeah, I got a big head.
I know. That's the key. The key is that we both have domes. And so we can, Randy McMichael, great teammate of mine, Georgia legend, 12 years playing tight end in the NFL with the Rams, Dolphins, and Chargers, I believe. He wanted one. I also told him, he said, man, I sat by the pool with the dogs last night, and the family's out of town, stayed up way too late, ate too many boiled eggs. I said, go get this My High, go get it in your belly, you'll feel better.
Ate too many boiled eggs.
That doesn't seem like a good.
Had too many Dos Equis.
Yeah, that doesn't feel like a good situation.
So I came into SEC Media Today with one plan.
Yeah, I know.
And I didn't get to execute it at all because we did interview one head coach.
Yeah.
And I should have. I just kind of forgot about it.
Yeah.
But I had this plan. I brought 5 cards here, and they were 5 NFL quarterbacks. And what I wanted to ask was give them these cards and say, hey, we have Lamar Jackson here. We got Jay Daniels, Patrick Mahomes, Josh Allen, Joe Burrow. So 5 quarterbacks, all kind of
in the conversation.
In the conversation, right? And all different playing styles, different type quarterback. I wanted to give them the cards and be like, hey, you have to start a brand new football team. There's no logo on it. There's no team name. It's just a blank slate. You got to pick one quarterback to build the whole program around. Who you picking? And that's what I wanted to ask because I thought that it'd be fun, like get them off their guard a little bit, ask them something different, but also kind of giving out in a look into their football philosophy and what they truly think is tough to defend. So I'm going to do it to you.
Okay.
I'm going to give you these cards, and I'm going to say, let's look into Jacob Hester, who he's choosing. And I know Mahomes is going to be the chalk answer because he's the best, but I just want, from a playing style standpoint, and a person, you're starting a team.
All right, I'll do that. I'll remind you before I do it. Our coverage is brought to you by Parish Construction and Roofing here this week. Sign up for your chance to win $10,000 at parishbuilt.com. Also presented by Rev and Relief Windows this week. So shout out to them for sending us on this amazing trip, this 4-day whirlwind that we've been on. And the cards that Flynn has handed me is Lamar Jackson, Jaden Daniels, Patrick Mahomes, Joseph Burrow, and Josh Allen. So I'm going 1 to 5.
You're picking one quarterback. You're not ranking them. You're picking that Jacob Hester wants to, not who's the best.
I'm picking one quarterback. It's not even close. It's JD5. It's not even I'm not even thinking about it.
Yeah.
And you could be like, oh my gosh, you're biased. All these quarterbacks. Yeah, they're all great. That's why it's hard. But it's not hard for me.
Didn't take you long enough.
No, I'm good. I just, to see a quarterback be able to pull a zone read and go 85 against the Florida Gators, and then also see him come back a couple weeks later against Texas A&M and beat them with his arm. to see him go on the road to Como and will his team to victory, like all that was in college. But then last year, it felt slow for him. It felt
as a rookie.
so slow for him as a rookie.
In the National Football League.
Yeah.
Not in.
There was no panic. There was no rush. There was no, I'm fast, I can run, let me use my legs. Didn't leave clean pockets, stayed in the pocket, for the most part, and was like calm in the pocket.
Right.
Now, we'll see this year. And look, the question was, like, we're starting a team. We're starting a franchise. JD5, it'd be hard for me not to pick him right now. I'm going to be honest with you.
I don't disagree with you. My chalk answer is Mahomes, just for the sheer fact of I know that there's no stage too big for him multiple times. And I believe that in my heart of hearts about Jaden Daniels. And I believe the improvements that he's made.
Look, all these guys are great. I mean Joe Burrow, over 40 touchdowns last year.
The skill set that Josh
Allen,
Allen brings to the table, I think one of the all-time great talents of just arm talent in the league.
Yeah.
I think Josh Allen will prove to be that. I mean, you look at probably in the talks of like Dan Marino, Aaron Rodgers is like the greatest, like just pure throwing talent. Josh is in that. Mahomes won't be in that. Joe Burrow won't be in that conversation. Jaden won't be in that conversation of like just top arm talents in the world, not best quarterback. But I'm going to stick with Mahomes as of right now, just for that fact that I know nothing's ever going to be. He's just I don't know. You can't kill me on
there's
that.
not a comp. There's not a comp.
There's
for
not a
Mahomes.
comp. And there's not. I don't know if there's a comp for Jaden.
Not right now. But
Not right now.
we need to see more, I guess. And
Did you pick Jaden because you got so much invested in his cards?
No, I try to get invested in his cards, and I always miss. That's actually the reason there. I end up with a lot of other people. So, I'm going.
Yeah, and in the chat, and I forgot to preface this. Like, age doesn't make a difference. I
still go Jaden.
It's just like.
All right, let's go.
Everyone the same age.
Let's go rapid fire. A little ask the bench. What two teams will play for the SEC title? LSU and Texas.
I've said that 3 times on air on different radio stations that I think it's going to be LSU Texas.
Wait, no. What's your sound you make?
We haven't used that enough.
I know. It's hiding because
hit him off. Let's go through the. I like that one. That's the one?
That's the one. How many times, Flynn, have you gotten room service, and what'd you get?
I only got room service one time. Because I had eaten an early dinner, like at 5, so I was kind of hungry at like 8:39. So I just got a little salad, and I got a little chocolate dessert, too. It was pretty good.
All right, let's see how many. We can at least one more. Would you rather LSU get a home playoff game or a bye week into the playoffs? Oh man, this is a stupid answer because you want to play less games, but give me a playoff home game.
Playoff home game would be amazing.
Yeah.
And I don't know if bye weeks really. I mean, I'm kind of scarred because of the NFL bye week issues we had in Green Bay. So let's take the home game.
All right, last one to close out this week. It's ironic. The only coach y'all had this week, Jeff Levy.
It is.
We'll see you.
Absolutely.
Let's
go, Levy. He's real.
Off the bench.
All right, go to KTOZBlinds.com, KTOZBlinds.com. Have Brandon Barton and the team come out and see you, interior, exterior. They can do it all. Sometimes they give you an exterior and it helps the interior, but you're not going to know that, but they're going to know that. That's what they've done for me. They'll do it for you as well. They can do those Roman shades in the kitchen for a little bit more privacy. We had a situation. We need a little bit more privacy on our front door. They're going to help us out with that. They can do it for you as well. Like I mentioned, KTOZBlinds.com.
Yeah, whether it's you're looking for a little bit more privacy, whether you just want to beautify your home.
Beautify.
Or you want to make your house more energy efficient. Save on those electric bills every single month. They can do it literally on any budget you have. Let them tell you what to do. K to Z Interiors and Outdoor Living. KTOZBlinds.com.
There it is, the extra mile, on the border of expected and extraordinary, for those willing to go further, like vans customized for work or play, with safety and tech to keep you connected, supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team, and backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded, because so few have what it takes to go there. Mercedes-Benz Vans.
Parish Construction and Roofing.
This is Coach Kim Mulkey. Go to parishbuilt.com for all of your roofing needs.
From your hometown, parishbuilt.com.
Businesses like yours are the soul of our community. You deserve someone who'll deliver the internet services you deserve. That's why local businesses rely on Rev Business, 90 years of building connections. Visit us at letsrev.biz.
It's not just a game, it's a religion. You've got your team colors, team swag, and now your very own website. LouisianaSports.net. Everything LSU, Saints, and Pelicans. Sports on demand. In-depth coverage by sports writing pros with continuously updated news. And with the LouisianaSports.net newsletter, you get pinged directly with top trending stories. Best of all, now and always, no paywall. It's free. LouisianaSports.net. Powered by 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge. Your home for Louisiana sports.
These are the luckiest ice cubes in the world. They could have been a thankless bed for an all-you-can-eat salad bar. But instead, they've been called upon to cradle and cool a crisp, refreshing Dos Equis. Looks like the lucky just got luckier. Dos Equis.
BRAC teamed up to reimagine your parks, and you imagined big. With your help, we went to work, creating 12 beautiful community parks across the parish. A family-sized water park, miles and miles of trails, and parks just for your dogs. There are more places to splash, to explore, to run wild, and even soar. You imagined, we delivered. Gold. BRAC, your #1 park system in the nation.
At Auctioner, we know healing is a team sport. That's why we've partnered with world-renowned orthopedic surgeon Dr. James Andrews to create the Auctioner Andrews Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute. Whether you're a professional athlete or a weekend warrior, our team of specialists are dedicated to getting you back in the game. So whatever your reasons are for reaching your personal best, we've only got one: you. Auctioner Andrews Institute. Long live you.